and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs began play in the California Summer Classic over the weekend. They're 1-1 now. They fell to Miami 82-69 in their first night out and rebounded with a 90-88 win over the Warriors. In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans have each donated $500,000 to the flood relief efforts in the Texas Hill Country. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Whoop, whoop! How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal AJ, joined as always, Mr. San Antonio himself, the one and only Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Rob.
Carry on.
Whoa.
I'll be here all week.
Rob, the Ted Cruz of our show.
That's right, baby.
He said, "Man, it's gonna be flooding all week. I'm getting my ass out of Dodge.
I'm gonna go to 82 degrees and breezy, baby."
Man,
I bought a T-shirt at Pikes
did
Peak.
it rain in Denver at all?
There was a few sprinkles. Yes, we did have a few.
Was it terrifying?
Just to drop the dust down. It would get up to about 85, 86, and a little breeze and a little drop of rain to kind of knock the dust down.
No houses or cars floated away though.
No, not that I saw. No. Man,
must have been nice.
I will say this: how
lucky.
To be up there, watch what's going on at home. It is a surreal feeling. It's very strange.
Dude, yeah.
And when we're Texans are about. They always know where we're from.
Yeah.
And to be from here and be from our neighborhood, and everybody just the way they just talk to you, and it has nothing to do with us, but the sadness. Yeah, this is awful. This is
terrible, terrible thing, man. So
we will be here for you, but we're not going to talk a lot about it. That's not what we're here for.
No.
We are here to talk about stuff that doesn't matter, just to keep you going through the day. We got more important stuff to worry about later, but we'll get you through on your way in.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about serious things.
That's just awful. And I think for me, it's even more so because to watch it unfold and then to land here.
Yeah.
And, just to see the look in everybody's eyes.
Now, where you live, what is the you live up on a hill.
I got here in the dark, and I'm leaving. I got left in the dark.
Okay.
I have not seen the
But
property.
generally, when it floods here, I mean, I would guess you're in a pretty good spot because you're up on top of a hill.
Yeah, I don't have a problem, but I do have some low water crossings on the way out, and those for me look fine.
Okay.
So I don't know what they look like over the weekend. I didn't see any debris like I have in some previous places. So I think at least where I live, which was out by Fiesta, Texas, out behind there, I don't think it was very bad.
Yeah. Well, I've learned that I think my house might be the very last house in San Antonio that ever floods.
Yeah. Your neighborhood, you're up on the top of the mountain. Yeah. No, you're right. So it's not that. It's the low water crossings getting out of the beautiful view area, which, at least in my neck of the woods, didn't look like it was that bad, but I could be wrong. I took the safe way in today just to be sure, but I didn't see anything.
But I don't think it's far from where I'm at isn't far from where and where you're at isn't all that far.
No.
It's just right up the road a little ways. It's wild, man. It really is wild to think and it's what I went through when I was in Houston when Hurricane Harvey hit, where my neighborhood was had I lived on the other side of the main road, my house would have been underwater.
Really?
Yeah. I lived right up against the creek. So if you were north of the creek, you didn't flood. If you were south of the creek, you flood. Now, mind you, the price of housing and taxes and things like that all reflect that.
Exactly.
But it is wild to think man, it's if I lived 300 yards down the road, my house would be underwater. It's just it's surreal to think about stuff like that.
I saw a post where the Cajun Navy's coming.
Okay,
if you got an Airbnb within 50 miles of Kerrville, let us know the Navy's on its way. So them that have done this kind of stuff before are on their way to help. But it looks like the area is almost overwhelmed with volunteers and help. So great news that we're falling in, but it's going to be a long time. This is going to take years.
Well, I had to also fight the temptation to go down to the Frio and just float amongst the debris.
Well, there's when I've never lived in an area that had like surfing, but on the Atlantic side of the of Florida, there is some surfing.
Mm-hmm.
On New Smyrna Beach, I think is one of the surfing capitals of Florida, and they're not big waves. But when hurricanes come, people come in from all over the place. The surfers arrive when the hurricanes are coming because the waves are so good. So I guess the rabid whitewater types are on the way down to go whitewater the Frio and the Guadalupe.
My brother and I, we floated from Lakey to Concan in a day when it flooded real bad one year. But it's also like the Frio is going to be perfect in about a week.
Lakey to Concan.
Yeah.
That's a float.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's it all. Man, that'd take 2 days in most Julys.
No, man. I mean, dude,
you're moving, man.
Yeah, there was no chance of falling asleep on this one.
That's 20 miles an hour the entire time.
Yeah, we were going. There was no slow stops on that day. But yeah, in about a week or two, that river is going to be beautiful. Right now, though, it's an absolute mess because now it's got there's deer carcasses and stuff like that floating in there right
15
now.
feet in the trees.
Yeah, but yeah, thoughts to everybody who's been affected by that. It is a terrifying thing, man. So
do something. Find something to help.
Yep.
Do something. Might be your wallet.
Yeah, give some money, whatever you can do. Now, Rob, you didn't have to deal with any of that. You were up there. I mean, it was at least really it was really hot and humid, I guess.
Awful weather.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Snowstorms.
We had snow, rain,
and the humidity and the heat.
It hit 110.
Yeah,
all
just
within the
brutal.
same afternoon. It was terrible.
And plus, like, the scenery up there in Colorado, it's dreadful. Like, yeah, I feel bad that you had to be up there this weekend.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't all that guilty.
Okay.
I didn't feel all that bad.
Okay. Did you have a good time?
It was extraordinary. It was one of the best little quick getaways I've ever had. It's one of those things where everything fell into place. You never missed anything. You made it on time. You never got lost.
Yeah.
All the things you happened to get right, and it was fun.
Were you with Minix the whole time?
Yeah, Minix and his lovely wife. We kind of hit the streets running on early Friday morning and didn't stop till yesterday afternoon. It was fun.
Man. And
check this out. Now he'll talk a lot about it today. I love being around people with good fortune. You've had some good fortune lately, Minix. So this is a show. Evidently, Blues Traveler plays Red Rocks every fourth. I didn't know that, but he's been doing it for a long time.
I didn't know that either.
He came on.
I thought Red Rocks was like reserved. Like you get to play Red Rocks like every once in a while.
Red Rocks is booked every night. There's something going on with mid-level bands. I saw.
It used to be like
while I was in Denver. Wu-Tang was in Denver.
No,
really? I might have chosen the wrong show.
I would have skipped out on.
I don't know where Wu-Tang was.
I would have skipped out on the Spin Doctors show.
Hey, let me tell you, Spin Doctors, that there has been. Gin Blossoms are not. I recommend it. Gin Blossoms. I know they're coming to Whitewater. Gin Blossoms put on a good show.
Okay.
There's a lot more to the Gin Blossoms than you remember. I enjoyed their.
Well, the Gin
set.
Blossoms had they had two phases. They had the grunge phase and the glam phase.
And I forgot about the glam phase. So there's probably 4 or 5 hits that they'll play. You go, oh yeah, that's the Gin. So of all the shows, I enjoyed theirs better because it's not that Blues Travelers ain't good, but
it's just a lot of harmonica.
Well, evidently he had somebody in the band. I assume him because he don't look good.
So you're a great big fat person.
Well, he's lost a lot of weight, and I think it's due to sickness, not because he tried. But he had evidently been in the hospital, like that day or the day before. He talked about how hard it was to get there, but he didn't want to break the streak. And this was his 35th time. So his 35th time at Red Rocks, and then the Spin Doc or the Gin Blossoms come on. He goes, our very first tour. When we came in 1992 was them in the UB40. And our second tour was with the Spin Doctors in 93. So they've been traveling together forever. So to commemorate that, to donate money to the hospital, there's some kind of St. Anthony's Hospital. They had a guitar signed by all 3 bands that they raffled off. And Minix won.
Really?
Minix won the guitar, autographed by every member of the band.
That sounds about right.
That's crazy cool.
That sounds about right. Did he sit with it the whole way home?
No, see, that's the problem. They said they would give it away at the end of the show, but the cell service is so spotty up there, and we, by the end of the show, were probably not able to actually see or realize our phones were going off or capable of having any kind of...
what was the beer prices at Red Rocks?
$18 a 16-ounce.
Okay.
Or it might have been. It was the biggest can you can buy.
Little over $1 an ounce.
Yeah, it was that big Mongo, and of course it's all Coors.
That's the only thing you can drink.
What they say is, you want banquet or light?
Really?
Banquet. That the yellow Coors is.
Yeah,
banquet.
Yellow Belly.
Well, they called it banquet. You want a banquet or a light?
Okay.
So
we call it Yellow Bellies or Coors Heavy.
I swear to God, Coors is filtered through cardboard. It tastes like cardboard to me. But anyway, so it was $18. But so he won, but they didn't get a hold of him until yesterday. It went at the airport. So he's on his way out. They're going to ship it to him. Or they might just bring it to Whitewater, which would be a great reason to go backstage and meet those fools.
Yeah.
But, Blues Traveler's a little self-involved. You mean, like, okay, drummer, it's your turn for a 5-minute solo. Okay, bass player, it's your turn for an 8-minute bass solo, which, for a while. But after 30 minutes of the jam session, you're like, all right, move along. Next song, please.
Yeah, it's one thing when you've got bands like if you go to the Willie and Bob Dylan and John Cougar show and they want to be a little self-involved, you go, okay, I get it. You guys have had 80, 70-year careers or whatever. Okay.
And the Blues Traveler has had a long and trust me, it's a jam. It's a fun concert. It really is. But it's not like it's a sing-along concert. It's a jam. So you're just kind of hanging out and watching the bass player do ridiculously crazy fun stuff. But at the end of the day, you're kind of like, all right, let's get to the 3 hits.
Bucket list? Are you off of? Do you need to see Blues Traveler again?
Oh no! Again, I'd happily see him again. I'm not down. The real surprise of the tour was the Gin Blossoms. Really, a great. They could have They can close any show other than, I guess, the Blues Traveler show. They were worth going to see.
So was what was the order of appearance?
Spin Doctors did like a 30-minute set.
That's it?
There wasn't a whole lot to the Spin Doctors set.
They don't have a lot of big hits. They got about 4 songs.
I reached over and watched them, and I was sitting back having a beer and enjoying the view.
They got a pocket full of kryptonite, though.
They closed with that one, baby. And we're all just kind of, you play Kryptonite and move along.
Well, and Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
They opened with that one.
What was their other big hit?
They have 3, and I think they played 5 songs. I'm not kidding. They were in and out. And then, because the lead singer with Blues Traveler had been sick.
Two Princes.
That was
there you go.
So because he'd been sick, to help him through his show, both of the other lead singers came out and helped because he was not in good health.
Really?
Not since Joe Cocker have I ever seen anybody squeeze out a song other than that lead singer of Blues Traveler. He goes into convulsions to sing. So I can see how, if you're not, dude, it's it starts about his ankles and he squeezes it all the way out of his mouth. And then he uses this thing on his harmonica, this weird kind of Bane contraption that he can modulate his harmonica with.
Yeah.
Thing. It's a strange look, man.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like a character from Dune. Like he would be kind of hovering. Playing some kind of space music.
I wonder how. It's funny you say Gin Blossoms is the band I would have expected the least from.
Seriously, and we were debating. Okay, who's going to close? And one of the guys in our chat group was like, "Of course, it's Blues Traveler by far." But Gin Blossoms, I think, has an argument. They could close a lot of shows.
I mean, so Blues Traveler, the hook song is like their biggest hit.
I would say Blues Traveler has 3 mainstream chart toppings.
So Spin Doctors has 3 hits.
Yeah.
Okay,
but, the Gin Blossoms were great. They did some other. They didn't just do their music either. They did some covers and some jams that really were well done. They did a Van Halen close that was spectacular.
The Gin Blossoms did?
Yes.
Okay.
Spectacular.
Because there's Hook, the But Anyway song, and Runaround. That's to me like the 3 big.
But there's more. They did a Tom Petty cover that was really well done. So they did some other stuff that they spiced in. They put on a good. I'm just saying, I did not expect the Gin Blossoms to be as entertaining as they were.
Gin Blossoms, I can think of 4 mainstream. I think they're the biggest band of the group.
That's what I'm saying. They very well should have been in my mind because Blues Traveler is good. But again, they probably have to close shows because I don't think they know how long their set's going to be.
Right.
I think they have like 8 songs they're going to do, and it could go an hour and a half, or if they're just not feeling it, it could go 45 minutes because they're each. It's in each. The song goes, and then it's the jam part.
Vic, what's your favorite Gin Blossom song?
I don't really have one. I'm not into
what?
Gin Blossom.
You're a DJ. You're Slick Vic.
Yeah,
You never played Hey Jealousy at the
Let me tell you, if it's not
the
Hey
club?
Jealousy,
Pretty much no. Not unless there's a dance mix of it.
what about
For those of an
Anywhere you
age.
go,
Yeah.
I'll follow you down.
for those of an age, man, those songs, it's like the salad days. No, it was a great show. It really was.
I think I would like to see the Gin Blossoms.
I'm telling you, you will enjoy it if you're, if you live through their era.
They
You'll thoroughly
found
enjoy
out
it.
about you until I hear it from you,
And
which
he
are different
sounds
songs.
spot on. He sounds great. It was really enjoyable. So I know they're coming to Whitewater. This is an unpaid endorsement. It's worse, but now especially, I wonder if the show.
Oh,
They're coming in August.
oh, it'll be cleaned up
Yeah, I
by
hope
then.
so.
Yeah.
I think it's August.
Are you guys gonna go?
You know what?
Are you gonna now be a?
I'm gonna just travel around. I'm gonna be like a sorrow sucker.
You're gonna be like. It goes from it was Grateful Dead, and then
Then I followed Fish for a day.
then
Now,
Widespread Panic, and now
as I've gotten older, it's Gin Blossoms.
Gin Blossoms.
Me and the Gin Blossoms.
Fish.
First, I did Fish.
Awful.
That was my patchouli stage.
Yes.
Fish would do
yes.
a show and play one song.
It would just be a
One
4-hour
long
song.
4-hour
That's right.
trip.
All right, we got a lot of giveaways today. We got a lot to talk about today, friends. We got to catch up on the weekend. Had some Spurs hoops over the weekend. We got some Cowboys news. Cavante Turpin. He's got the reefer madness.
Yeah.
The devil's lettuce has overtaken him.
I bought this T-shirt at Pikes Peak. I was like, I think this whole state is high.
Rob, did your wife ever go, why are you buying a T-shirt? You never wear T-shirts.
This one I had to buy just because of that. But, no, I don't buy T-shirts, but I've acquired 2 in the last couple of weeks.
I know. I thought about that, and my wife said something to me when we left. She's like, "You bought him that T-shirt," and he's like, "He's never gonna wear that
No,
T-shirt."
I wear T-shirts. I just don't wear them to work.
Okay.
But no, I wear
you
T-shirts.
get gussy for work.
Yeah, I slick up for you. I slick up for you folks.
That's right. That's right.
I try to look so pretty for you.
So does Vic.
Do I look pretty for you today, Vic?
Yeah.
I try to clean up.
Yeah, I like the maroon.
I like to be presentable.
Well, you are.
despite-
You're certainly that.
You know.
Certainly presentable. You see how he's asking all these questions? Like, do I look pretty for you? He spent too much time in Denver.
Yeah, see?
He's
He's
Rob-
worried about his appearance
Can
there.
you think I no?
Rob, in the words of the Gin Blossoms, found out about you.
Found out about you.
Being gay in Denver.
Yeah,
A lot of
see?
Denver's a gay Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Denver, wear it proudly. But Denver's a gay Fort Worth.
I did notice his hair gel smells different.
That's right. That
He's got
is
cologne.
right.
I picked it up at this
Cologne
hair
on
salon
this
called
morning.
The Bulge.
Open 24/7.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
we'll be right back. It's the Morning
You
Huddle.
said you wanted your
94.1.
hair done.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we still have that stall at 35 southbound Splashtown. Now off to the right shoulder. On I-10 westbound, the off-ramp to 1604, that is road work, exit ramp closed. Now travel up into the hill country, strongly discouraged at this time, except of course for emergency rescue vehicles. Highway 39 each direction. Now this is east of FM 187 before Highway 27. That is closed to through traffic. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Texas Department of Transportation. If you think you need to speed, keep in mind that officers are out in force this month, reminding drivers to slow down or pay up. It's called Operation Slowdown. Speeding can cost you time, money, and hassle. It's just not worth it. A message from TxDOT.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
Guys, don't live with tiredness and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. Take the test, get fast results, and start TRT with San Antonio's leading experts in men's health. Now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app, an innovation in healthcare technology you won't find anywhere else. Download now or book your appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Carbach Brewing kicking off the summer with their Music to Your Beer campaign to keep you listeners in San Antonio in a Love Street state of mind. Love Street's got 2 great giveaways going on. Carbach's giving away a custom pair of Love Street Air Force Ones designed by a local artist. Get you stepping into the summer in style. On top of that, you can head down to your favorite watering hole and look for the Love Street Beer Rep. They might be able to hook you up with 2 credits to your Touch Tunes account so you can get the whole bar celebrating summer. You want details on that? Check it out at carbachbrewing.com. And if Love Street's not your thing, that's all right. There's something for everybody in the Carbach lineup. Hopadillo, fantastic IPA. That's their flagship IPA. You can even find the Double Dillo right now. That's Hopadillo Imperial for a limited time, but you can find that out and about in the wild as well. Ziegenbach celebrating the great taste of Texas summer. Chance for listeners to win a grill for their backyard. You can find that online at Carbach Brewing as well. Check them out, guys. carbachbrewing.com.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ziprecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
This was a first big hit. Kick it, Vic. And anyway, if I've got no place to go.
Let me tell you, you play this song.
You know, it might not be that
And if your wife is anywhere between like 42 and mid-50s, she ain't dancing, you're not going to have a good night.
No. I might not be alone. Tomorrow we can drive around this town. Let the cops chase us around.
He's in good shape, too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in good shape. Looks good.
I think his name is Robin.
It might be. He has a weird...
He has a lady name.
He performs constantly with a tambourine.
Oh, really?
It's a little... I mean,
I
no
don't
matter
like
what.
that.
In fact, when he came back to sing with Blues Traveler... Well, no, he doesn't do that. He just kind of he bangs it on his leg. It's like
I don't like that.
crutch. So when he played with Blues Traveler, he came back out and he kept this tambourine with him. And he has a tendency to like just let it hang loose on his shoulder and like hold the mic up with his. It's a weird affectation that he performs constantly with a tambourine.
I don't like tambourines.
I never really gave him much thought up until Saturday afternoon.
It's funny.
I was kind of indifferent.
As soon as he said that, I could hear it in the song.
He's a tambourine dude. Not quite to cowbell level, because you can always use more. But so it's a strange affectation.
Yeah.
But when he came back out with Blues Traveler and he brought it with him, I thought, well, that's just you.
Maybe
I thought it was the music part of your music with the band.
It's attached to his arm.
But now you're coming out with Blues Traveler and you're bringing it. That's just you.
Yeah, I had this surgically attached to me in 1996.
Touch my tambourine, please.
Yeah, when we first hit it big, I went with this. Famously, the the biggest moment in the career of the Gin Blossoms. They were playing at Wayne Stock at the end credits of Wayne's World 2.
Oh.
When Wayne started Wayne Stock, Gin Blossoms were playing. So that's yeah. Listen, I mean,
that's an era.
Oh, you don't know Wayne's World trivia?
I'm not on Wayne's World 2.
You don't know you don't know Wayne's World 2 trivia?
Think after 1, I would have really jumped in on 2, but I didn't.
I know a lot about Wayne's
Did
World.
Did Rob Lowe do 2 as well?
No.
So even he chose not to do it.
He chose not to. All right, like I said, we got a lot to talk about today. I want to get into the Spurs Summer League conversation. They go 1-1 over the weekend. I didn't get to see a lot of it, but you said you got a scouting report.
My son Jack, who I trust implicitly with the basketball scouting and knowledge, said, yeah, Carter Bryant, you can see it. You can see it. Certainly the athletics. He's graceful was the word my son used, and I think that probably does apply. But there's a long way to go. He looked like an 18-year-old kid. Other than that, there's not an NBA player on the roster, is what was the scouting report I got, at least after game 1.5.
Okay. Well, that's not good news.
No, that's not bad news. I mean, Dylan's not playing, and there should be only one NBA guy on the roster, and it's Carter Bryant.
Well,
and
I was hoping that Harrison
NBA
Ingram
type.
would be making progress.
Doesn't look good.
Doesn't
for
look
him.
good. That's a bummer. But we'll see. It's early yet.
Yeah. But, you have to judge. There's a lot of these guys look so much alike because that's kind of the level you're at. I mean, this is AAA, and a lot of guys are really good at 2 things but not at a third. And the separator is things that most people might not even see that makes an NBA squad. It's the kind of thing that we're not paying attention to. The ability to cut, the ability to pick and get to a point and at the perfect time with the perfect movements, the little things that we're never going to see make an NBA player. And that's not. And there might be an NBA guy on that roster. It's not saying something derogatory about a summer league roster when you go, the only guys on this team that look like they can play in the league are the draft picks. Well, that's kind of how it should be.
Well, all I know is someone named David Jones Garcia last night scored 25 points for the Spurs on 9 of 14 shooting.
That's 2 games this kid has played, so there's something there, right?
Well, he had 2 games worth of turnovers last night as well. He had 6 turnovers in the game. That's not ideal. Yeah, I don't know who I was expecting anything big out of. I know, I told you I would like to see Nate Mensah do something. I mean, he's out there on the floor. He's not doing anything. He blocked a shot yesterday, but he's a non-factor. I think it's one of those things where if you are, and Carter Bryant didn't even play yesterday, so he only played 1 of the 2 games. I think it's going to be really hard to take anything away from, especially this early part. Like this, I think in general the Spurs have decided who they want and who they don't.
Well,
this is just
I hope you don't go into summer league trying to find some answers. This is to fill out the edges. I will say, although the Spurs have discovered, we found some dudes in the summer league. Jonathan Simmons comes first and foremost. This dude came out of nowhere and worked his way onto the roster. There might be a guy there. This was just California. Who we saw playing and starting in Oakland or in San Francisco could be very different from Vegas just because of the number of dudes there. But if you're coming into Summer League with any other expectation other just a blip, a brief flash from your draft pick, and you're looking for talent to help your team sucks.
Well, I guess you are deciding if guys that you've drafted are going to be playing with you or not. Like, Dylan Harper is going to be on the team. I don't think they knew if Carter Bryant was going to be on the team or not.
I think he could earn his way onto a San Antonio deep bench spot at best, and I'm pretty sure they were aware of that. Maybe he would surprise and offer the kind of performance that would justify keeping him up all the time. But the fact is, that would be the highest and best expectation of this. I mean, you want to have a good team and you want to win just because your roster and your, the whole thing about being a Spur. But the fact of the matter is, remember last year, Riley Minnick's made it.
Yeah.
I mean, Riley Minnick's one of those dudes that while you watch Summer League, you thought, there might be something there, and it worked. So he's back. So maybe there's a Minnick's floating around in there.
He's on the Summer League team too, but he hasn't played?
Not yet, but that's why Vegas is a much bigger deal than this. This is kind of like, the Vegas is really the showboat, especially your first game.
It's also like, I mean, the NBA starting this thing up right now, it's like, Just feels like overkill.
Yeah, kinda. And I don't think that a lot of this was really. I mean, it's cool to be watched on TV, but this was really done for the teams. And if they can squeeze some money out of it, fine. But I think the teams love this. I mean,
Do they?
Yeah. Why would I not want to get more opportunity to see my guys play in my system in a competitive environment? The more of that, the better.
Yeah. All right. We'll continue to talk summer league stuff on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we still have that stall at 35 southbound Splashtown. Now off to the right shoulder. On I-10 westbound, the off-ramp to 1604, that is road work, exit ramp closed. Now travel up into the hill country, strongly discouraged at this time, except of course for emergency rescue vehicles. Highway 39 each direction. Now this is east of FM 187 before Highway 27. That is closed to through traffic. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
An accident can leave you struggling to pay for medical bills. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe you deserve justice no matter your financial situation. That's why you don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC-branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
George gets justice. It's you versus them. The driver who changed your life. The insurance company dodging your calls. They want to give you up. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they take on insurance giants and they fight to win. No upfront costs, no games. Just the fight for results. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
We're going to draw one name of a person that sold their car to GiveMeTheVin.com and give them $25,000.
Wow. Give Me the VIN is giving away $25,000 in cash every month.
Could you imagine being that person? Wouldn't that feel great?
That would be awesome. Well, honey, you won.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Heather Krager of Dallas, Texas won $25,000 and Give Me the VIN's big cash giveaway.
That's so cool.
You could be next to get a little more, maybe a lot more.
I guess that old Mercedes was worth more than I thought.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
Rita, hold head. Let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz after a long holiday weekend, we'll check out the happenings in the NBA.
And the Spurs Summer Leaguers, we got to look at one of our rookies over the weekend. We'll have the latest.
And we're getting so much closer to training camps. Got to be some Cowboys news.
The Blitz, Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, Tawny.
Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone.
Go wax my Firebird with your thighs.
Made up my mind. I ain't wasted no more
God
time.
rest her soul. You remember this? I can't even name the band. Whitesnake?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's her, right? That's the only reason that this
she's
song
in the
is...
video, yeah. Well, I mean, this song is like one of the greatest songs
it's a great
ever
one.
written.
But I'll tell you, I think the song became a big hit because of the video and her.
Yep.
I know what it means.
Sliding around on that hood.
To walk alone with all these faded dreams.
And she was going to be a star, too. She did that Tom Hanks movie, Bachelor Party.
Going down the only road I've ever known. Yeah, baby! Like a drifter.
But the song kind of sucks.
What?
Kind of does.
Come on.
It's a hit now, but it wouldn't have been back then.
What?
I'm telling you, it was her sliding around on the hood of that
no
Firebird.
more time.
Do you want Debbie or the car?
The
car! Get the car!
I can't believe you don't like this song.
I like this song, but when I hear it, I put in the mind of Tawny.
This is of the era, certainly.
Oh, God. Yes.
But this kind of music was, this is where it was at.
Big hair, big fun.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Always big fun here on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. All-Star pitchers have been announced. We'll get into that a little bit later today. My other takeaway from who's coaching the summer league team?
We talked about it, and in San Antonio history, the summer league coach is the heir apparent.
Okay, he's like the next in line.
He might not be second chair because there'll be a man of experience sitting second chair.
Okay,
but he's the guy that's being groomed.
A man of wealth and taste.
Something like Mitch was.
He was the summer league guy?
Becky was summer league.
Okay.
I mean, Will Hardy was summer league. So if you're the heir apparent when you get summer league, you might not be the second chair coach because there might be someone of more experience that's a lifer as an elite assistant, but you're on the head coaching track.
Okay.
Let's find his name. He's new here. He got here a couple years ago by way of Memphis, I believe.
I would have not been opposed to Mitch coaching the summer league team.
That's not unprecedented. I wouldn't have been either. It's kind of it's really not your job. It's kind of the place. This is what you're supposed to do. It's kind of like on New Year's Day, B team or C team radio host is in. This is your opportunity to learn to do it at the highest level.
And I get that, but also, like, if anybody could use the reps.
Well, see, that would be an admittance of something that may or may be true. It might be.
I mean, we saw it last year. We've seen it. We know it's true. It's not may or may not be. Like, it's true. He needs more reps.
If I was his boss, I would not force him to do it, even though it might be good for him.
Just for the aesthetics purpose?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Unless you're well-established and you're walking in like Pop was never opposed to coaching in the summer league. He was always right there, but there was always an assistant calling the timeouts, but Pop was right there. I just think it's one of those situations where you're supposed to. This is where the heir apparent gets the chance to show what he can do, and it's a chance for everybody. It's summer league. That's what this is for, and you have to. It's just I think the way you put it was best. The aesthetics of it is you just have your assistants do it.
I want to know. I want to see what this guy can do. Like I'm still not convinced.
This isn't the highest level. Again, this isn't timeout with 30 seconds to go. Even in November. I mean, this is just put some tape numbers on the back of your jersey and let's go play 40 minutes running clock and have some fun.
But just like we're seeing what these guys can do. Like, I kind of want to see what he can do. Like, I guess I know he's got a spot.
Mike Noyes is his name.
But I would like to see it. I would almost like more of a tryout for him. You know what I mean?
Hey, we're pot committed right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Warriors had a few guys on the team that I was interested. And I say like I was interested in watching the game last night. I just totally forgot to. I was going to watch this Spurs game last night.
You didn't have the California Classic reserved? A little calendar invite?
No.
You didn't have that?
In my mind, I was going to watch it.
Some of these kids' parents forgot their game was played.
I know. But
You were on last night?
They had so Golden State has Isaiah Mobley, who I wanted to see. They have Will Richard from the Florida team that just won the title. They've got LJ Cryer on that team. And Taron Armstrong, who this is a super deep cut, played at Cal Baptist and was like a phenom Australian kid. And he was a DMP coach's decision. I'm not sure what's going on with him. So I would have been pissed because I would have
named
like,
3 dudes I've never heard of. So
which ones?
That collegiate dude.
Okay, I get Taron Armstrong. You never heard of him.
Just name before him.
LJ Cryer?
Oh no, I know him.
Will Richard?
Well, I shouldn't say never heard of. That I would have never assumed were on the Golden State roster.
Oh, okay.
Cryer's bounced around twice, so he might have a chance. And Will Richard's young.
And then I guess they've got Jaden Shackelford plays on that team too. Again, and Javier Francis. I missed the game. It didn't matter. But I just wanted people to know I was going to watch it. I just totally forgot.
Well, intention's 90% of the game. You planned on it.
Yeah. I also found this morning that Coleman Hawkins is also on that team, fighting Illini fame, but he did not play either. He
they
didn't
like
get in
that
the game.
style of player. There's something about the Golden State scouting process that likes those 6'9" athletic bigs that can kind of go both
Don't most
directions.
Teams like those guys?
No, not really. Not like, I mean, they're a unique type because they're always miscast. They're either guarding somebody smaller than them and quicker, or they're guarding somebody bigger and stronger. So you have to find the right guy. But if you do, they're very flexible. They're the Swiss Army knife kind of player.
Well, Bronny James, also known as a Swiss Army knife, scored 10 points.
The one with the fingernail clippers and the file.
10 points last night in the Lakers 103-87 win. Dalton Connect, 4 points. So, thusly, Bronny James greater than Dalton Connect.
Of course. That's because it only matters about how many points you score. That's all that matters.
Of course it does. And Sir Jabari Rice. I always like when people, like that's a new thing, is now putting Sir before names.
Sir apostrophe.
Yes. Yeah.
That way it's one word.
I like that. Sir Rob Thompson. Imagine that was your name.
Well, I just, as an Aggie, just will forever remember Sir Parker.
That's a good, it's a good, Sir Vic. What if that was your name? Like your kids would always have good manners.
You will say sir when you address me.
That's right, or else. All right, let's we got giveaways. I want to give away I'll give away something next.
We got a show coming.
Yeah.
AJ,
I'm going to give away.
We might have to attend this.
I think we might.
Are you kidding?
I think we might have to.
Oh man, I had no idea.
I'm going to save
the same dude?
Oh, it better not be. No way.
Please be.
I'm going to save that. That's going to go in the 8 o'clock hour.
Monsters of Rock.
The Monsters of Rock tickets will go in the 8 o'clock hour. I'll give away some Gunslingers tickets next. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What's the best place to shop this summer? Macy's. It's our first ever Star Deals Week. 6 full days of store-wide savings on everything you want. From shorts and swim to fine jewelry, all up to 50% off. Plus, home updates from Hotel Collection, Green Pan, and more, up to 60% off. Not only that, shop Macy's.com for new flash deals every day that everyone will love. No membership required. So don't miss Star Deals Week starting tomorrow at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have your phone first, before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone! Come back! It's my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life! Come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right. Who wants to go see the Gunslingers? How many games are left in the Gunslinger season? How long is the season?
Seems like 4 games, maybe.
No, this is a long season, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Gunslingers and the Rattlers. How about they're going to be playing July 19th out at the Freeman Coliseum. We got a family 4-pack of tickets. I don't know where the Rattlers from. They sound like is that Arizona?
Probably.
I think that's the game we saw last year was Gunslingers and Rattlers. I hate the Rattlers. They're
Arizona Rattlers.
Yeah,
I'm pulling up the schedule here.
They're a nemesis as far as I'm concerned.
They've got what am I looking at?
Well, you're looking at their schedule, I suppose. What's the record right now?
They've played a lot of games.
I'm telling you, I think they got 3 games left.
They've got after this week they've got Jacksonville, then the Rattlers are coming to town. And then the another Arizona team, the Wranglers.
I hate the Wranglers too, but the Rattlers are still my number one enemy.
Their record currently is 3-10.
Ooh,
3-6 in conference.
Well,
they're in a tough conference.
Yeah.
The Tucson Tiger schools were tough.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Well, if you want to go see the Gunslingers take on the hated Arizona Rattlers,
It's a lot of fun.
Take the whole family. It is a good time. July 19th at the Freeman Coliseum. Let's go caller number 3. You'll win a family 4-pack of tickets to go to
football.
Go see.
It's football time.
Football.
They're hitting each other. They're not fly balls in the outfield.
You said something before the show. You're like, man, we're like in the countdown to go out to training camp.
We're 3 weeks out from training camp. We're
That's
almost
unbelievable.
There. Thank goodness.
I mean, it is nice, but it's also like, what?
Well, there's that itch, though. You're not going to lie. Most of us, if you're flipping through and you still have the ability to scroll channels, you see a football game, I click on it. I might not stay there for long, but I kind of have an itch. I wasn't doing that 3 weeks ago.
So you're watching like football games you've already seen?
Oh, yeah. This is like the NFL Network, and they're like, playoff game from 2022, and they'll have 2 teams. You'll go, I don't remember who won that. So you'll hit it, and you'll go, oh, yeah, I remember this.
I have a hard time watching sports that I already
know. But the only time I hit on it is if it's like a game that I don't remember how the outcome went. If I know the winner and it's like a legendary game, no, unless I'm ready to see a play. But, they'll flash back to a playoff game from 2017 Like, I don't remember that one. So you pop on it while you continue to look for something else, but at least it's there. At least I'm stopping to take a look. Whereas 3 weeks ago, I'd have just gone and if Family Guy was on it, I'd put that there while I continued to look.
I came across the other day. I say the other day. It might have been 2 weeks ago. The 13-second game.
Oh, see, yeah, you'll stop, right?
No.
Well, that's painful.
God, what do I want to say? Like,
but for me?
Yeah, you'll stop and let someone stomp on your nuts,
Hey,
right?
well-
No, I don't want that. That doesn't seem fun at all.
But there's the legendary game. Like, I would stop it. My version of that, and the Cowboys have a lot of them, was the Green Bay game. Dez caught it.
Yeah.
If it's that game, and I'm I want to see that again.
I've watched now this was a game I was at live, but I've watched it twice in replay. Is the Texas USC game?
Oh,
the national championship
football game ever played.
It was a great game
To me, it's the greatest game I ever watched. And it's hard to say it, but it's true.
I still, so when I was there, I was up in the press box for the first half of the game, and I was sitting right next to the guys from ESPN LA, and they were like, "It's over," and I was like, "I don't know, man." I said, "This dude number 10, he's got something." I said, the guys from Michigan thought it was over last year too, and I said, "This guy's got something," and they looked at me and said, "Dude said, this ain't Michigan, Bubba."
I don't blame them for feeling that way because they were that good.
I said, all right. So I went down on the sideline, and they were standing right next to me, and Vince ran in right in front of us. Like, I mean, we were on like the 7-yard line when he turned that corner and went in. It was
so all those. See, even you have the itch. See, even you kind of now the hair on your back of your neck stands up. You go, it's almost football.
I do love football.
Almost. And I was sitting next to a kid yesterday. He was on the way back in from Denver. He just spent a weekend with his family. I think he's gonna. I forget the middle school down on the south side. He was coming back for strength and conditioning.
Okay.
So football's here, baby.
Okay. And he was talking about junior high football?
Oh, well, I was sitting by him with their family, and he was like, "No, son, remember you got strength and conditioning in the morning." It was his first time. He was going into the 8th grade.
Oh boy.
I was like, all right.
Good luck.
Yeah, man.
Boy.
So 'tis the season, and I got the itch. I'm not going to watch a whole game, but I will stop
You'll watch
and watch
a player
highlight
too.
or two.
Yeah, I'll watch a player too. I'm actually I'm doing a 4-day week this week. I'm gonna take Friday off.
I guess I will too.
Okay, you should too. Vic,
Yeah, I'm taking it off.
okay.
You're going to take the day off too?
Yeah.
We're all
Let's all
taking
take it
Friday off.
Yeah.
Because I've got to fly to Puerto Rico. Rico. Suave. Yeah, I'm going to go to Puerto Rico and watch some baseball.
I hear they do that well over there.
Well, we'll see. They're probably going to go out there and humiliate my kid because he's a big
Just make
fatso
sure
right now.
They have to check their birth certificates. I love a fat pitcher.
Well, he's
CC Sabathia, baby. There's lots of good. You don't have to be svelte.
I think when he gets there, the coaches are going to be like, we wanted this kid?
Are you kidding? He looks like he looks like a pitcher, man. He fits the bill. Trust me.
That dude's walking around my house with no shirt on.
I'm telling you, he looks like a pitcher.
Oh, he does. He looks like David Wells.
He's getting there. I'm not kidding. If you're like, pick the pitcher out of this group, that's him.
Well, yeah, like the one who's not an athlete.
Well,
yeah,
nah, dude, he's my 6'4" barrel-chested kid. I bet he throws some men. I'd pick him out of a lineup as a pitcher.
He better show up and not get his ass kicked by these Puerto Rican kids.
This is a gift. This is fun time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I don't totally know what to expect.
Have a good time.
But yeah, I'm gonna make the most of it. Man.
Are you going into San Juan?
That's San Juan. Well, I think that's the only airport on the island.
Well, I mean, should I say, are you playing in San Juan?
No, they're playing on the southeast, like the Caribbean part of the island, which is kind of exciting. So my wife is like, "Oh, we're gonna be doing some beach time." Oh,
there's a very particular. I'm not sure if it's a frog or an insect, but they make a very peculiar sound.
Is this what Aaron Rodgers eats to get high?
I don't know, but I don't know what it is, and I never really asked who it was or what it was, but you'll hear it. And do me a favor and ask. What is that sound? What is that? Whatever
You,
that
What is that?
Vic, you've never been to Puerto Rico, huh?
No, never been. I know a lot of Puerto Ricans.
But Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, right? Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, right? It's like oil and water, right?
No, they don't get along.
They can't get along.
Oh, yeah,
I found
we didn't
that
get
out when I
along in
lived
the
in Florida.
military. Yeah, we
In
had a
Florida,
little clique.
That's when
the
I
Puerto
found out.
Ricans look at the Mexicans as the wealthy Latinos.
Okay.
Like the Puerto Ricans don't like the Mexicans. The Mexicans were the wealthy ones first.
Right.
And I never would have.
Dude,
They don't get along at all. No.
I mean, when in the military, there's like 8 white dudes, and everybody else is some sort of Latino.
Yeah,
but Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, it was very, very standoffish. Very standoffish.
Yeah, I couldn't understand a
They're
word
mush
they
mouth.
said.
Yeah, they're mush. It goes too fast and it's mushy. I can't get it.
está hablando aquí, no hay que tapia. Like, that's how I was like, what did you say?
And also, I mean, you also got to take into account that none of these guys in the military were from either Puerto Rico or.
Well, there's more Puerto Ricans in New York than Puerto Rico.
That's what I was saying. All the Puerto Ricans were from New York, and all the Mexicans were from Texas or Arizona.
Or Chicago.
All the Puerto Ricans I knew either had to join the service or go to jail. Those are the ones that I met. So it was a pretty bad batch.
You got the jail side.
Yeah, I got the jail side, not the good side.
I mean, that's pretty much everyone in the infantry. So I can't really.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
What's your ASVAB? Oh, go to the infantry.
You're at no, not your
shoe size. No, that's my ASVAB.
Yeah, that's it. What?
No, the bullet faces that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. I thought that was dumb.
All right, 1 hour down, 3 to go. We'll try and have some fun today. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association Outlaw
Nitro Series
is back. 5 events, 4 locations.
1 explosive season.
Top fuel, funny cars, promos. You are in the stands. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. That's IHRA.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
What's the best place to shop this summer? Macy's. It's our first ever Star Deals Week. 6 full days of store-wide savings on everything you want. From shorts and swim to fine jewelry, all up to 50% off. Plus, home updates from Hotel Collection, Green Pan, and more, up to 60% off. Not only that, shop Macy's.com for new flash deals every day that everyone will love. No membership required. So don't miss Star Deals Week starting tomorrow at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay continues to be on the northwest side, I-10, westbound approaching Huebner. It's an accident. 2 left lanes blocked already. A 25-minute delay that has you stop and go from medical. 35 southbound approaching Palo Alto, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. Another stall at 35 northbound at New Braunfels Avenue. That one also off to the shoulder. At wreck we had on the northeast side, 410 Frontage Road eastbound Broadway. That wreck just cleared. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs began play in the California Summer Classic over the weekend. They're 1-1 now. They fell to Miami 82-69 in their first night out and rebounded with a 90-88 win over the Warriors. In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans have each donated $500,000 to the flood relief efforts in the Texas Hill Country. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Some sound from Summer League. What's his coach's name again?
Noyes.
Noyes?
Noyes. Mike Noyes.
Noyes.
I guess that's how you say it. I could be saying it wrong. Mike Noyes. I don't know him. He's new around these parts.
Remember when Domino's Pizza had the Noid?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
What
He's
are you
like the
talking
mascot.
about? Oh, I thought you were talking about some kind of food product.
No,
called
he
the
was their
Noid.
mascot. He looked kind of like a rabbit.
I'm not going to eat the Noid.
What was that thing anyway? Was
I-
that a rabbit, Vic?
I vaguely remember that
Hold
thing.
on. It looked like, I'm thinking like Sonic the Hedgehog kind of
What a terrible
Hold on, let me
idea.
see.
I mean,
Was it Domino's?
Noid.
What a terrible idea.
I tell you. What is that thing? What is
Look,
he? Is he like a
called the-
person, or is he a person dressed up as a rabbit?
Let's see. That's weird.
The tragic story of the
Not even
Noid.
tragic.
He was
Okay,
he was a big star back in the 90s. A big star. You're gonna make it
mentally
big.
Ill man named Kenneth Noyd. Interesting.
Oh, it was after. Well, that makes sense.
That was a short-lived ad campaign.
Was it? I feel like it was around for a while.
Does it say on your how long they ran with that? If it went more than about like 6 months.
No, it didn't say, but the first appearance was in '86.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Damn.
I barely remember that.
The Noid.
That was back in the pizza days of the pizza wars.
That was the 30 minutes of free.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
when the
yeah.
pizza delivery guys were killing people.
Yeah, good old days.
Man,
Get there on time.
I never got Pizza Hut delivered because I was a big believer in sitting down to eat at Pizza Hut because they had the buffet. I love a good
Pac-Man.
pizza buffet.
You have Ms. Pac-Man, a big deep dish pizza on the side, big red cup with a cola.
I've
whatever your
had
favorite
a
was.
root beer. Root beer is the best soda to go
Whatever
with
your
pizza.
dark soda was, and a
Oh,
stack of quarters.
Oh.
Mommy, come back and get me in 5 hours.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm in heaven.
Oh, I would just load up on pepperoni, and if they didn't have pepperoni, I would do ham and pineapple.
Oh.
Because I didn't want any, like, vegetables on my pizza.
But you would do fruit.
And I also didn't want cheese, like just regular. I think.
Oh, no. I had mushrooms
Who eats
on mine.
regular cheese pizza?
3-year-olds.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
it has to have something.
no, well, I would say that's crazy unless you're eating a true pizza.
Like if you're in New York or something, yeah. But if you're
cheese
at Pizza Hut,
there, no.
if you're ordering like
That's
delivery
chicken
pizza
tenders.
and you order cheese pizza,
It's
you're a
chicken-
sociopath.
well, that's chicken nuggets, is what it is. If you eat cheese pizza, then you probably love chicken nuggets.
But yeah, I would eat till I was stuffed.
Stacking plates, as we called it.
Yep, I hear there. So I haven't tried it yet. That's one of the things I haven't done in San Antonio. Peter Piper Pizza is a buffet, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I take it to grandkids there.
Okay, you guys ever had Cece's Pizza?
Oh yeah, it's here too.
Okay, what's better?
There's
same thing.
It's Denny's,
Peter Piper.
Shoney's. I mean,
Peter
it's-
Piper.
they're
Peter
not quite-
Piper better?
Yeah, they're the same. But no,
Okay.
I'm sure what one is, but it's the same idea.
Okay. Now, Double Dave's used to have a buffet.
They don't do that no more, and that's too bad.
That was elite. Oh.
That's one of the things COVID killed.
Yeah, this stupid COVID. Thanks a lot. Damn it.
I had a good pizza
This is why
this
we
weekend.
can't have nice things. What'd you have?
It was some Italian place down in the Cherry Creek district.
Italian?
It was Italian. I thought it was Mexican. It was Cocina Calor. I was like, oh, let's go in the hot kitchen. And it turned out to be Italian, but it was one of those wood brick oven pizza space.
What kind of pizza did you have?
I got, we had two. One was the margarita with the.
I don't like that.
I do. But it's
just got. I don't like fresh tomatoes.
Yeah. So and there's that, and then we got like a meat lovers kind of.
Oh, I like
but
that.
They whipped up the cheese that what's the. I forget the name of the cheese. It was perfect. It was great pizza. One of those rare, like this guy took time to make the dough.
Okay.
It was crusty, perfect.
Minix paid for it.
No.
Come on, Minix.
No, we
After
split.
winning that guitar.
The great thing about when the Thompsons and the Minix go out, everything's split. We just
50-50?
This all comes out in the wash.
Even though Minix drinks like 100 beers.
Well, no. See, the thing about Minix is he doesn't drink beer while he eats. He catches up later. He just doesn't drink alcohol while he eats. So the meals are great because he's not drinking.
Okay. Yeah, for a guy who he doesn't eat that much, the guy can put down some beers.
We Miller Lite in a can. We can put down a few of those cans. Yes, sir.
But you couldn't get Miller Lite there.
No, a couple places. I think legally you have to serve another brand. But
okay.
Do they charge you? The time
they charge you import prices.
Oh yeah. You want that fancy Miller Lite?
Miller. That'll be $19.50.
Okay.
That's right.
No, the fact is, if you're in a city like Denver, and Minix has a very peculiar thing about drinking canned beer and bottled beer. It's a health thing. He has to deal with it. But if you're in a city like that and you're not drinking the local specialties, even if you're like, I'm not drinking the IPAs, but anywhere, if you're not drinking a local beer just to see what they've got, you're crazy. So I drank all kinds of crazy different beers. I wasn't going to drink Banquet or a Bullet. Banquet or a Bullet. I don't want either one. So a lot of little micro brews around. Man, I drank good beers.
Good for you.
And I had one that you would have appreciated. It was had some chocolate nibs to it. It was they had it on special. Open cask kind of thing.
Was it Breckenridge Brewing?
It might have. Like I said, I should have done better about what I was drinking, but I wasn't.
That's all right.
But it was. I had some good stuff.
Only true alcoholics take note of what they're drinking.
I actually have that
times.
app you have, and I've wanted to be a little bit more intentional about remembering what I've had. So when I go back, I know what to ask for. A couple of places were in-house breweries, so I was never going to get it anywhere else. But at others, I made a point of trying something local like that they had kind of busted out, which I wouldn't have ordinarily done.
Good for you. Good for you.
The only problem is every now and then you order one that you cannot drink. You're like, oh, no, not like just right off the top. Like,
the hell you say? You can't?
No, seriously. Well, even
you just
I think.
Chug it down
every now. Well, no, it's not like
the next one.
Well, you give it your shot, but if you after the second drink you go, it's not worth it. Life's too short.
Before I lived in Vegas, there used to be a brewery on the Strip called Sin City Brewing. And Annie and I went in there and sat at the bar, and I ordered a beer, and it was the worst beer I've ever tasted. And I waited until the bartender turned around, and I dumped my beer in the trough.
Right.
Like,
okay.
I paid my tab and left.
Life's too short.
Unsurprisingly, that brewery is shut down because it was a tourist trap. It was like come in and drink our crap beer, but I mean it was dreadfully bad. It's hard for me to find a beer that I won't drink. I'll be honest.
I didn't run into it this time, but there are certainly you get beers you're like, I'll probably never have this again. You know, it's just not.
Oh,
it
I do
just
that
doesn't
all the
fit.
time.
Yeah, but I'm glad I tried it.
But I'll
just
always
never do it again.
I'll usually finish it off and say, it wasn't my favorite, whatever. But it's rare that I've got to be like, I'm not drinking this. Like,
but you have to be.
My wife will do that. She'll like, like she'll order gin and tonic, and it'll be too ginny or too tonic-y or whatever, and she's like, I don't want this.
Gin's too dry.
And she's like, will you drink it?
Like, it's already gone, babe. I already drank it.
And then I don't even like gin and tonic, but she also knows that I hate food waste. Like, so I don't like to let anything go to waste. So if it's like, if she's like, I'm going to toss it, I'm like, well, I guess I'll drink it then.
To not drink it's alcohol abuse.
Right. And she doesn't live by that.
I don't make those rules.
I don't know if she might care about that philosophy, but she also knows that her husband is basically a garbage disposal. So any food or whatever or drink, she's just like, yeah, you're going to have to finish that for me. But yeah, that's she is perfectly fine saying, oh, I've taken 2 sips. I don't want this. And then I'll have to drink it.
Got to drink it faster then, baby.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just chug it down. Hey, I do want to play some of this sound from the Summer League. Coach Noyes, Noid. I'm going to call him the Noid. This was him after the win last night.
Pretty good. I think we could have executed a little bit better. That last 3 hopefully never happens. Hopefully we press up a little bit, and David knows that. But he was great for us. This was a great team win. I came into the game. We as a staff said we were playing all 15. That's what this is about. We were a team, and it was good. Everyone contributed in their own way, whether it was 2 minutes or 20 minutes.
When he says we're playing all 15, presumably he's talking about getting everybody on the floor. Now, not everybody played last night because Minix, Carter Bryant, and Dylan Harper were all out, but they did a good job. I mean, everybody else got on the floor. Now, some of them were on the floor for 2 minutes, but the rest of those guys did get out on the floor. So because Carter Bryant didn't play in Game 2, they asked him what was going on with that.
Yeah, he's fine. As we know, he left the second quarter yesterday with an ankle injury, and it was super minor. So this was more precautionary than anything. Carter wanted to play. This was on us. We held him out, and so we're hoping to go into next game pretty healthy. I think we're getting to a full roster. Hopefully, Riley makes a return, and then ideally Dylan's shortly behind him.
So when the schedule now, this was the last of the California ones, right? So when do they go to Vegas? Are they already on their way?
I think they're already on their way, and the first game is tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't want to misspeak.
No games till Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
Vegas.
Thursday, July 10th, and they'll be they'll be playing the Sixers on Thursday. So that's when things get back underway. So the assumption is Carter Bryant will be there, and
Harper.
We're all assuming to see Dylan Harper in Vegas,
but for a game.
Yeah, a game. Then finally they asked Coach Noid about Harrison Ingram, who I was curious about.
Yeah, he's a good facilitator for us, and he knows what he has to do to impact NBA winning. And so that's one of the tougher parts of Summer League is guys are in a role that is not exactly the role that's going to make them successful in the NBA, right? There's only one ball, and a lot of these guys, they may be the best creator for this team, but that might not be what gets them minutes on a team where we do have De'Aaron, we have Victor, we have Steph, and the list goes on, right? Devin, Kelda, everyone. So Harrison's done a great job buying in. I think our team has a good understanding of what outputs we want to produce on every possession. And so he went ISO a few times today, but I thought he had some good pull-behind passes, some good kick-outs, settled in as the game went on. And hopefully he'll be good to play both halves on Tuesday. Yep.
Doesn't look good for Harrison Ingram.
No. Well, and he just said on Tuesday, even though ESPN's showing Thursday is the next game. So
I heard Tuesday as well. Maybe there's another.
Oh,
one
it does
California.
say Tuesday, July 8th, Lakers. This is so weird. Well,
this is pickup games, man. So treat it as such.
So Harrison, they talked to him a little bit and asked him, where are you right now compared to this time last year?
I think just my composure, and the game has slowed down so much. Like today I was drawing fouls that I just wouldn't have even seen last year, and really my three-point shot, I feel a lot more confident shooting threes off the dribble, off the bounce, and it really just my knowledge of the game. Playing in the Austin a lot this year, got the ball a lot, and then going back and forth. I got to learn from guys like HB, all the vets we had in our team, and seeing how they work out, seeing how they train. I feel like my game has just grown so much since college.
Well, it's weird. I mean, Harrison Ingram's like a grown-ass man. Like,
Yes.
This is a 22, 23-year-old dude.
A Stanford degree grown-ass man, yes.
Yeah, so, like, while we're talking about Carter Bryant, like, being he just learned how to use the dishwasher.
Seriously.
Like, Harrison he's been around for a bit. It does feel like, though, and like I said, I was a fan of his game coming in. I'm with you, though. It's starting to feel like they're just in a spot for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, there's probably not a spot, and it looks like they drafted his replacement. Now, doesn't mean there's not a spot on the team this year.
That's true.
There might be, but it won't be in Austin. If he's going to be a Spur, it's going to have to be on this roster. And I think Noyes did make a point of saying, what he would do for the Spurs. He's going to be a shooting, scoring wing. He's going to be he's going to be the Harrison Barnes, get that position. And he's not going to be able to do that on this team, So what will get him on the team will be what he gets to do in training camp and in their preseason. This ain't the time for him because he's not in a position to do the things that he needs to do to make the Spurs.
So on this team, they're asking him to do things that he'll never be asked to do in San Antonio.
Because quite frankly, he might be the best guy on his team or put in another situation, or they want to see Carter Bryant doing this kind of stuff. So what will help him make the team, we probably won't see during the summer league.
And here's Harrison one more time.
For me, they're very clear, sirs, about what they want in players and what they need for the team. And for me, I just want to play my game. I'm not an ISO guy. I'm not a hezzy guy. I'm gonna get rebounds. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna make open threes. I'm gonna get steals. I'm gonna be in the right place, be in the right time, and play as hard as I can. And, I'm gonna do the best I can at that.
And I think that he's probably one of the better players on this team, so he'll be doing the kind of things that he'll never do as a Spur.
No, you're probably right. So, good stuff from Harrison Ingram. Again, a guy I find myself cheering for.
Well, I think we all are. He
just seems like he does seem like the kind of guy you want on the team. I just don't know if his game's going to end up matching up long term.
Well, he'll be around for a year.
That's my guess as well. All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, I've got some more giveaways. I'm saving Monsters of Rock for 8:00. If you want to go to the Monsters of Rock show, you're gonna have to wait until 8:00. You're gonna have to stick with us. But I've got something for you.
There's another one that's pretty fantastic.
Well, there's two of them that are pretty fantastic.
Well, I'm just saying the other one. There's three great ones.
Yeah,
but another giveaway.
I don't know.
Hot Wheels monster truck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I got something to give away coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Level up your summer projects with 4th of July savings on top brand cordless power tools from the Home Depot. Whether you're working on a fence, a planter box, or a new workbench, get the power and runtime you need with the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt 2-tool kit from the Home Depot for only $99, was $139. Get 4th of July savings on the cordless power you need to make summer projects easier than ever. Right now at the Home Depot.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision, and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney. Right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights, and you're not signing your life away, you're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first. 210-736-4040 or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Why'd I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Yeah, she'll get you out of that car, too. You're
I'm
still
sure.
going to be upside down, but you'll have better ball joints.
Well, it's always good to have better ball joints. Can you have better ball joints at my age?
You just got to oil your ball joints. Make sure they're properly lubricated.
But that's the guy at the service department's job. And he didn't say anything about lubing Reinigel's ball joints.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
We're looking for a Pizza Hut buffet.
But only the buffet. We need
yeah.
There are still buffets out there.
Is there one on Ritterman still? There's a Pizza Hut there, I think.
The one I'm seeing here, I Googled in San Antonio.
Okay.
And the one that popped up was Ingram. And
Vic went, man, that's the other side of town.
it is far, yeah. All you can eat lunch buffet from 11 to 2, or dinner but only Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 8. It's $9.99.
Are you kidding me?
Dude.
I think it's worth the drive, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take my boys there.
You better warn them. Better warn Pizza Hut.
Oh, y'all.
You might want to turn that.
Now you're
conveyor belt up. You better get that speed up.
You're sure it's all you can eat, right?
Right. You got plenty of dough on hand.
My kids hurt feelings at buffets. I'm telling you, those boys, they throw down.
Noah, Pizza Hut Valley High all week. Yes, sir. I've spent many a day at the Pizza Hut in Valley High.
Where's that?
It's on my old side of town, southwest side of town.
Oh,
or by
the fancy part of town.
Oh yeah, down there.
Yeah, where
Valley High Drive and Ray Ellison. Yeah,
you rich folks.
That
live.
was the yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The ivy-colored lanes of Valley High.
That's the part of town that Vic won't even go to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no. I won't go there. No way.
That country club we call Indian Creek.
The Vic doesn't go anywhere though, so it doesn't even count. You can't really say that because Vic doesn't go anywhere.
You're lucky I'm here.
I know. This is like you're like, man, this is really far from home.
The lake views from Lackland Terrace. Oh, beautiful part of town.
Yes. Yeah. So now it does say there are other buffet options in town, but it doesn't say any specific ones. I know there's a Pizza Hut here on Austin Highway, like right down the road. I don't know if they have a buffet though.
We used to go to that one a while back.
There's one on Walsham too.
Yeah, they're close, but it's the buffet we're looking
That's
for.
what we're looking for. I did. I ate at 2M Barbecue this weekend.
Oh, I saw that.
That was we saw the plate. We're sitting
Was that just your plate?
Yeah, well, we were sitting in Denver. So if you don't follow AJ on the socials, you should. But he posted a picture of all the meat, and Jason and I, we obviously know the value of fine barbecue. So we were like, "What do you figure? What do you figure?" We both threw our numbers out.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
And I was like, "That's a $350, $400 platter of meat
at least."
And we were close.
Well, it wasn't. So it was my family and another family.
It was, it was such a beautiful selection of thick cut brisket and big thing of beans and pickles, and it was a beautiful, looking picture.
My wife's best friend is my son played baseball with these two brothers, and that are around the same age as him, or he like sandwiched around them, and my wife is best friends with the mom. I'm pretty good friends with the dad too. Like we all get along, but besides those two kids, they have 3 more. They have 5 kids.
Are they Mexican?
Get a hobby, man.
No,
they're not Mexican.
No, this is the best part. They only had 4 kids, and the wife told the husband, "You got to go get a vasectomy," and he was like, he's lazy, and he like put it off.
Not that lazy.
And then finally, she asked him, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I got it done," and he definitely didn't get it done, and they had an extra kid out of the whole thing. She's like,
"How are you going to slip in the fact you got a vasectomy?"
I know. Like, yeah.
How would you get that past? Oh yeah, this afternoon at lunch I had a vasectomy. No, I'm better now.
Now he also
better now.
What? No, it's an outpatient. It was a drive-through.
He also
opened the car door.
She put him in charge of doing something with their car insurance, and he told her he got it taken care of, and then they got in a wreck
and no insurance.
No insurance. I mean, he is the master of like putting stuff off to the point, and then she'll ask about it, and he just doesn't want to hear any bleep about it. So he's like, "Yeah, I took care of it." And then he tells himself, "Yeah, I'll take care of it right after this." And then he's like, "Yeah, and I just forget and whatever."
How do you forget
so there was us, and they have 5 boys, and we have 2 boys. So there was 7 boys and 4 adults.
There's a little bit of rain going on in the house too.
Yeah.
Did you have some good household games?
So that was between all of y'all, that plate that you posted? Okay.
Yeah. And the kids, there's 2, there's like a 7 and an 8-year-old, 2 13-year-olds, and then 3 17, 18-year-olds.
All boys?
All boys.
Wow.
And then us. So yeah, we ended up with like 8 or 9 pounds of meat.
That was impressive.
And 5 of the big 32-ounce sides.
Did you take anything home, or you ate everybody?
No,
ate
we
everything?
took some home. Some home, yeah.
I had my burnt bean shirt on and eating breakfast up in Denver, and a guy walked by and was like, "Yo," pointed.
Yeah,
over down. That's right.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. 2M has a new. This is also an unpaid advertisement. They have a new side It's called the Pitmaster Helper.
I still don't know what it is.
It's like Hamburger Helper.
Okay.
Like upscale with
like burn-ins and
picadillo, like the trimmings of the brisket in it.
Oh man.
Oh.
Like the burnt tips.
Dude, it tastes like what you wish Hamburger Helper tasted like.
Yeah. And I eat a lot of Hamburger Helper.
Oh my God. So we got 2 32-ounce tubs of that.
Right. So while you're eating that, I'm eating fideo and weenies.
Well, it's same thing, basically.
Same thing,
yeah, but you also came up this weekend.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, we had meat market purchase. We had a meat market purchase from a world class.
From Dazook Meat Market.
Yeah, so you got some ribeyes, but do you how'd you get the money for those ribeyes, Vic?
I found the money.
Ill-gotten gains.
You found the money.
I found money at HEB in the parking lot. Yes, I did.
We won't name the HEB nor the parking lot.
Yeah, but I did find it. I go early because I hate people. So I go at 6 in the morning when there's nobody there.
And the only people there was a Brinks truck, and they were just carrying this money out.
Yeah.
And Vic was
then
I just showed him my gun and said, hey, this is I'm not using this right now. And they just gave him money.
I just
Vic
said
was
hello.
like Bill Murray and
yeah, I
just kind of stepped in and grabbed the bag and walked away.
Walked away. No, but I did find some. It was wrapped in a HEB plastic bag inside a cart. In the
How much money are we talking here?
$181.
$181.
Not
Were you by yourself?
Yes. Oh yeah. And I was debating should I tell my wife or not, but
no, you didn't.
No.
Right?
Well, I had
took it straight to Perfect 10.
No.
Either you took it or that's where you earned it.
No, later on, I told my dad because he was going to go to Dazook Meat Market, and I told him, buy me $100 worth of ribeyes, and I put gas in everybody's
How many do you think
cars,
I got? How many ribeyes do you think I got for $100? I was like, probably 3.
And that's exactly right. Yeah.
And he put gas in everybody's car.
Yeah. And then
it takes $81 to
when
fill
it
up my
rains,
tank.
When it rains, you water the field.
Yeah.
When it rains, the field gets watered.
What a good
You
guy.
got a
And you
little
got
bit
some left over.
And then I have some left over here. Let's see, it's about $20, maybe $30.
That goes a long way.
What's the plan for that?
That goes.
Oh, I don't know. Just
that buys a lot of a la Mexicana right there.
That's
just
what I was going to say. This is the next
all the other
run
family
right
got to benefit from this find. Have
Well,
we benefited, AJ?
No, I think we should all go to the Pizza Hut buffet.
I think we should find us a buffet.
I think we should.
Let's head over to Marbach.
Something close in town,
Oh,
please. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would have went with y'all to the Burnt Bee, but it was just too far
Oh,
and too
you
long.
lazy.
You go to with $22 at the Marbach Pizza Inn. You get Pizza Hut. Excuse me, not Inn.
Well, hey,
Pizza
good news. The Pizza
like
Hut
a king.
buffet on Ingram, there's 0 wait. So you just
perfect.
you're in and out.
You go in there and make it rain.
Yeah.
That's right.
Squeeze out $10. Bam, 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 bam. Eat. Bam, 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 bam.
But the problem is,
Done.
when you go to eat a buffet with me, you got to wait till I'm done. And
or just like he's getting up again.
that's like, remember Jimmy went with us once and was like,
Oh yeah,
he was like complaining, and I was like that I was taking too long to eat or whatever it was. It's like, what are you talking about? We're at a buffet. That's why we don't go. We don't go to the buffet with Jimmy anymore. Complaining about buffet.
He paces himself.
I know. I'm there to eat, man. I
I'm
ain't
there
here to
eat.
play.
I eat till I'm full,
I'm on
and then
the
that's
clock.
it. Yeah.
I eat till I'm full, and then I get one. And then I get one more plate.
One more plate.
Yeah. That way I'll stay full for later. I don't want to go home and be like, man, I'm not full anymore. I want to
but
be.
you eat once a day,
Words
right?
to live by.
So
Not
that
anymore.
meal
He's-
has to count.
Eat till you're full, and then get one more
That's
plate.
the move.
One more plate.
Yeah.
I need to make that into a
That's a
kind of
t-shirt.
a country sign.
That's what, like when
Something
I
that you'd find at Cracker
when
Barrel.
I go to the Brazilian steakhouse, I just keep my card flipped to green
Oh
the
yeah,
whole time.
me too. Yeah.
And then my wife, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so full. And my wife will reach over and flip my card. I'll be like, what are you doing? I flip it back. I say, all I got to do is just sit back and rub my belly, and I'm going to be able to fit like at
I just
least.
want you to carve the meat directly into my mouth from here on out.
Yeah, I can take a little more.
Yeah.
I'm like over here doing exercises, trying to move ribs around. Yeah, I think I got some space. I got a little space.
Then there is that you go and you sit in your car on the way home and you're like, oh my God.
Oh, well, that was the problem with after 2M. I went home and I took a nap. And I was
Took
so
a Joey Chestnut nap.
I was so hot because I had the sweats. I had
the
the
meat sweats. Mm-hmm.
I was like,
oh my God.
No way.
I probably had a pound and a half of
whale.
brisket. And they had a Wagyu tri-tip there.
That's,
it was so good. And I was just loaded up on beef. And I was laying in bed sweating.
Did you take your
Did you
gout
take your
pills?
gout?
I was going to say, did you?
You're on your gout meds, aren't you?
Did you take 2 of them?
No, AJ gonna come limping in tomorrow.
I know.
Well, that was a hell of a 2M. I'm on a cane for the next week.
In a wheelchair. Oh, I'll never forget that doctor said, well,
it's either
you either give up alcohol and red meat or take a pill every day for the rest of your life. And I was
Write
like,
the script up.
Let me get that pill, doc.
welcome to my world. That's what I gotta do.
Write that script because I ain't stopping.
Alcohol and red meat, like not one or the other. You like
both?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, honestly, if he'd given me a choice, I would have been like, I'll take the pill. But when he said both, I was like, man.
Just powdered up into my wine while I'm eating my steak.
It makes me wonder if there's people who go, okay, I guess I'm just going to stop alcohol and red meat. Like,
I don't think anybody's ever
who
said
picks that choice?
They moved to California. It's them. That's
hell?
half the population just moved there. It's the only place you can exist.
Eat water and lettuce the rest of your life? I'd rather die of gout.
You're going to have to live in Berkeley. Okay, there's a space for you up in Berkeley. I think it's available now.
All right.
You're
Hey,
never going to poop right again for the rest of your life, by the way.
I got Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live, Glow and Fire. It's at the Frost Bank Center.
It's going to be awesome.
You can go July 26th or the 27th. Your choice. I got 2 tickets for you. You want to go see the monster trucks? Let's do it, baby. Let's go with caller number 5. Caller number 5. You're going to win tickets to the Hot Wheels Monster Truck Live. Glow and Fire, baby.
Please be there on Sunday.
That's Sunday. Bigfoot. Gravedigger.
Doesn't sound nearly as good when it's Tuesday. That just doesn't come out right.
No. Gravedigger doesn't come out on Tuesdays, Bubba.
No, he's
only
a
on Sunday.
He's only a Sunday.
That was the best. Like Bigfoot and Gravedigger were like those.
It was a match.
Those cars
baby.
were characters. I don't think we have that anymore.
I think they're still them.
It's still them.
Still them.
Good. It should be. They're like, I mean, they were almost like pro wrestlers.
In San Antonio, that tour traditionally comes in January.
Okay.
The monster trucks are.
We're getting
January.
a little bonus
This
action
is a new
here.
one. I have not seen this version of the monster.
Okay.
Trucks.
Well,
Hot Wheels.
caller number 5. Enjoy the Monster Truck Show. All right, let's take a break. I still got more giveaways. I promise you guys. Monsters of Rock.
It only gets better. Monsters
coming
of
up in
Rock.
the 8 o'clock hour. Don't you worry. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Our heaviest delay continues to be on the northwest side, I-10, westbound approaching Heidner. It's an accident. 2 left lanes blocked already. A 25-minute delay that has you stop and go from medical. 35 southbound approaching Palo Alto, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. Another stall at 35 northbound at New Braunfels Avenue. That one also off to the shoulder. At wreck we had on the northeast side, 410 Frontage Road eastbound Broadway. That wreck just cleared. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Injury Attorneys, available 24/7.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years.
And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
You gotta dip your chicken strips. Hey, this is Kiani.
And this is Tabitha.
And a little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips
is all the different sauces we can dip them in. I like to line up all my favorite sauces so that in every bite, I have a different flavor. Then, with the tenderness of the chicken, the juiciness of it, it's all there.
And for me, I like to mix my sauces so I get a little tang and I get a little sweetness all in one bite.
That's what makes it for me. Like, that's what does it for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, after a long holiday weekend, we'll check out the happenings in the NBA.
And the Spurs Summer Leaguers, we got to look at one of our rookies over the weekend. We'll have the latest.
And we're getting so much closer to training camps. Got to be some Cowboys news.
The Blitz, Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
They make it so hard to find out which Pizza Huts have the buffet.
Right?
You think they would just, like...
Huepa!
What is this?
It's tippy toe dancing.
This is what Rob was doing in Denver?
Yeah.
I walked up on a huepa.
It goes all the way up there.
It's kind of catchy.
This is what your people are doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Mexicans?
Yeah, this is the gin blossoms of the Mexicans. Yeah.
Get out of here. I thought this was going to be like some like
This
I
is
thought this was going to be
Cumbia de
like
los Animales.
I thought this was going to be like some South American
Oh no.
like Colombians
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to tell me.
Well, it is Colombiano,
They're like Ecuadorians or somebody doing this. This is of your people. I like
kind of gets you.
I like how they're throwing a random horse noise.
Well, it's Cumbia de los Animales. So,
it's
the
the
Cumbia
dancing
de Animals.
animals, yeah.
Oh. Well, hey man,
that was good.
I
Can't
guess
be in a bad mood when you hear that.
No, I mean you can.
It makes me want a beer.
Yeah.
It actually does.
Listen to this. Like, why didn't we come up with this song?
We weren't drunk enough.
This only happens after the menudo late at night.
Yep.
Right here.
About 3 in the morning.
About 3 a.m. Hey, this sounds good. You go. Ming, 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 ming. This sounds good.
All you got to do is, like, Vic, you lay down the beat. Boom,
Okay.
ding, boom, ding, boom, ding, boom, ding, boom,
Get
ding,
ya.
boom, ding, boom, ding.
They get you.
And then
I'm going to be like,
No, you do that. And I'm going to go, Gida.
oh, yeah, here's oil.
No, say whippa. Yeah.
Whippa.
Then you got to get on your tiptoes
Yes.
and do this kind of little.
Yeah.
Where else you gonna get a whippa? 7:43 in the morning.
Hey,
on a Friday.
are they doing this on the Billy Madison show,
I
too?
doubt it.
Oh, no.
I think so. I think so.
Well,
I think
this
so.
could actually be Billy right there.
That could, I guess it could be. It could be. Hey, did you see that Wimbledon is going strong through the weekend? I don't know. I'm guessing you watched a lot of it on the road.
I love tennis on grass.
Yes.
My third favorite surface.
He's
just behind ice and moon rocks.
You're such a snob when it comes to where tennis should be played.
Next week when they're doing it in sand, oh, that's my favorite of the majors.
Novak Djokovic in action right now. We're gonna. There's a bunch of not a lot of big stars making it through, unfortunately. So we're holding on to like the top handful.
Well, when in doubt, choose the guy in the headband.
Carlos Alcaraz still in it. He'll play tomorrow morning. But Djokovic and Yannick Sinner both play today.
How's our dude?
Who's our dude?
Tuafalo?
Oh, he's out.
Oh, really?
He's out. Yeah. There's only the only Americans left are Fritz and Shelton.
All right. I'm down with Shelton. That's a name familiar.
B. Shelton. I think it's Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton is actually playing tennis.
Our engineer Shelton.
I'd rather have Blake, quite frankly.
It's Ben Shelton.
Oh.
Ben Shelton, who
well, come on, Ben.
appears to be about 14 years old. No, he's 22, but he looks like he's about 14.
Well, our current generation ain't living up, so let's look at the next.
Maybe so. All right, Ben Shelton. Yeah, but you know what happens with this is the problem with Ben Shelton. Let's say he wins today.
Mm-hmm.
He plays at 8:30. He plays Yannick Sinner next. So he's a lamb to slaughter.
Well, Pagula went down early.
Yeah.
You never know.
She was an American.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, she
the
was
Americans
a higher
lose early. That's what we do, baby.
We don't play tennis very well. We're not good at this.
I know.
We're not sending our best.
They don't send their best.
We're not sending our best to learn tennis.
They never send the best. No, they don't.
They couldn't make the lacrosse team, so they went and tried out for tennis.
The ladies, so the 1 seed is still in. Nobody else. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all out. So
we're pacing ourselves for
Arena
US Open.
Sabalenka is still hanging around. Everybody else is a bunch of crumb bums.
I'm a fan of Sabalenka.
I am too. She's built for speed and comfort.
Yes.
She's built for those. She's built for the hot British summers and the cold British nights.
That could be a song.
I mean,
I'm
probably
saying that's a lyric right there.
That is a lyric.
Me.
We could dance to this.
Oh man! All right. Yeah, we'll talk about Wimbledon again
next year.
Right around semifinals time, I think is that's around the time we'll jump into it. That's the time I get more interested. I like to laugh at us when we lose people early.
Well, the tournament really doesn't start until the grass starts to die.
Well, look at that.
See, we're not
pretty
quite
patchy.
there. It's patchy, but we're really not there yet. Not until we see the complete, all of it behind the baseline there, all of it brown and dusty. That's when we're playing tennis. When we really screw up the surface, when it gets pockmarked and there's holes and there's a genuine possibility of injury, that's when tennis gets.
Well, it also doesn't really start until there's like huge, long weather delays. That's how you know you're really playing at Wimbledon.
I love tennis in the rain.
Oh, yes. Can't beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat it. Yeah, actually, a huge tournament actually happened in Bernie this weekend. The rain tennis tournament. All it's done is rain for like the last, I don't know.
By my count, AJ, I think the last 5 holidays have been rainouts.
What the hell's going on?
To Easter. It's so strange, man. But all the way back to Easter.
Enough already.
We've had every major holiday rained.
This like San Antonio's turning into Houston now. It's just raining all the time.
I blame you.
It's got to be.
It wasn't like that before you got here.
Well, I went from living in a place where it never rains to now I live in the
rains.
Just showed up.
I live in the rainforest now.
It is the rainforest. It feels very rainforesty.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
This has to be like the wettest summer. Like
I can't recall. Not only has it been remarkably wet, and I guess because it's been wet, it's kept the temperatures down. But have we even hit 100 yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. 7th,
I don't think we have.
Still haven't even hit it. Now it's still coming.
No, yeah, it's coming.
Don't kid yourself and don't think August is not going to cook your ass right up to well done. It's still coming, but it's been a long time in coming.
I think when I'm in Puerto Rico, it's supposed to be our first soiree into the triple digits.
Oh, we'll still get 8-10 straight days of 103, but it has been slow in coming.
Now in Puerto Rico, I assume it's going to be like 85, right?
Yeah, it's tropic climate. It's not bad, but it's a jungle. I mean, it's. It's like going to Florida, but you're not going to see 105, but you'll see 85 and 85.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's going to be cutting through the wind.
They have air conditioning there, though,
Some
right?
places, yes, when the power's on.
Oh, great. Well, I guess that's the same as Texas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, when the power's on.
We're accustomed to it.
It works out when the power's on.
You're going to eat good. Boy, they know how to do pig.
That's the move, pig?
Oh, yes. If you don't have chicharrones at least once a day.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm down. I am down with that. Okay. The
Mofongo.
The Durant to the Rockets trade got
now there's something
completed.
Today. Yeah, I think today was the embargo period for all those deals, so they're all being officially done.
Yeah.
So you're going to see headlines that go, what? And no, it's the trade from last week.
And it ended up being it wasn't eligible to even be completed until yesterday. Right. And the moratorium ended. And now the new year has begun.
We have begun the league year. Yes.
So, but it did set a record for becoming the first 7-team trade in NBA history. The Rockets, Hawks, Nets, Warriors, Lakers, Timberwolves, and Suns.
Can you imagine trying to facilitate that? Because
there's one dude, involved.
There's one guy that coordinated all this. I don't know who it was. Hold on. Put you on hold.
The players involved, 6 players, Durant, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Clint Capella, David Roddy, and Daquan Plowden. 1 first-round draft pick last month, who is now Haman Malawach, and 12 second-round picks
those
were moved.
I think we need to start calling those second-round picks something else. I don't know what the term is because they're never, ever going to be used.
No.
You know what I mean? They have this unused value that will forever be kicked down the street. Forever.
It's almost like I hate when breweries do this when you go and you pay X amount and they give you tokens.
Uh-huh.
And every token's a beer.
Yep.
And I always feel, I hate to waste, so I always feel the need to use up all my tokens. But
those are tokens.
Sometimes it's impossible. And so you end up I'm leaving. Oh, here, buddy. Here, right. Random stranger. Here's 3 tokens.
And they leave, and they have tokens that they're uncashed. At some point, they might actually have value if they ever took the time to go back to the place and use it. But
maybe.
No, you're never going back.
No.
So they need to come up with a better term, some kind of financial instrument term, because that's all these are. There's a financial instrument.
It's so funny because a second-round pick in the NFL is like gold.
Yes.
In the NBA, it's literally it's garbage.
You're hoping to fill out your G League team,
or don't want them.
Stumble onto a Jokic every 25 years.
Yeah, it is very strange. So, now it's official. KD is in Houston. Suns basically get the first pick of the second round. They took Rasheer Fleming with that, plus the 41st pick, which they used to take Kobe Bray. And then, obviously, they got Haman Malawach as well. So I don't know if that's the haul they were hoping for. But the Rockets also end up bringing back Clint Capella in the deal.
You know, it's funny. In that deal, just about every but two of the names are of value. I mean, it's not just a bunch of pieces. These are guys matter.
Yep. It is interesting. But it's also interesting that it took 7 teams to make this happen. And I when I saw 7 teams, I said, I guarantee Brooklyn's one of them. And they were. It's because Brooklyn has unlimited cap space. They're like, yeah, we'll take that. You just give us some of your beer tokens.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much how it works. The Nets are going to have like 80. What the Thunder have had with first-round picks in the last 4 years, that's going to be the Nets with second-round picks. The Nets are going to have 800 second-round picks over a 10-year span.
Team made up entirely of second-round picks.
They're going to be so
it's like
good.
a knockoff porn, like fake Star Wars.
Princess Lula.
Princess Lula. You know, we're close. Just put her hair up in buns. Just take a jump shot. You look like a basketball player.
It's Chunaka.
Juba the Blood.
I was gonna say Mexican Disney World, but that's
Han Pollo.
it's kind of like
Pan Hoyo.
No, just call him Barf.
Well, the Nets are kind of like a basketball team if you squint.
Yeah, if you look really hard in the right light.
A bunch of second rounders.
Yeah, they're listed on, like, if you click standings, they're right there with all the other teams, and like they have the appearance of being a real basketball franchise. Yet they are only beer tokens.
All second round
That is
picks.
all they are. All they are. So there you go. That deal is officially done. All right. I told you guys we'd talk about the All-Star starters, the pitchers being announced. Also,
when are we giving away Monsters of Rock?
The 8 o'clock hour. That's next hour.
Good.
But we've also got it's the world of participation trophies, and
I'm all about it.
Yeah, we're giving out honorary All-Star game passes. Like, yeah, I know you're not good enough to be an All-Star anymore, but you're a special guy. You're on the team.
My boy from the Cubs, Suzuki.
Yeah,
He's not going, is he?
no.
25 home runs. He's watching.
All right,
What?
we'll be back. Monsters of Rock tickets coming up. Morning Huddle 94.1.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association Outlaw Nitro Series is back. 5 events, 4 locations. 1 explosive season. Funny cars. Promos. You are in the stands. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. That's IHRA.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist, with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips, so we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Fight back against low energy with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. TRT has never been easier with the new Synergenics Health app. Take the test, get the results, and control your treatment from your phone. Book now while the test is free at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we do have a couple of trouble spots. On 90 eastbound just before Loop 410. This wreck is in the center lane, almost a 40-minute delay. Stop and go from Montgomery. This crash at 35 northbound Thousand Oaks. This one's causing a 25-minute delay. 3 left lanes blocked. That has you stop and go from Walsham. And it also appears that the traffic lights are flashing red. So treat that as a 4-way stop there on the frontage road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs began play in the California Summer Classic over the weekend. They're 1-1 now. They fell to Miami 82-69 in their first night out and rebounded with a 90-88 win over the Warriors. In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans have each donated $500,000 to the flood relief efforts in the Texas Hill Country. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the 8 o'clock hour, which means sometime this hour I'm giving away Monsters of Rock tickets.
Van Halen tribute, Judas Priest tribute, and Ronnie James Dio tribute.
Oh, man, what a show.
Holy Diver is going to be fun.
Holy Diver!
It's going to be a night.
I'm hot for teacher that night, baby. We'll give away those. They're for July 19th at the Aztec Theater. We'll give away those a little later on this hour, but I do promise to give them away this hour. The All-Star teams, the rosters are set now. And there's a few notable omissions.
As there always are.
Including Juan Soto.
He's not happy in his life right now.
You know, I mean, he's got 765 million reasons to be happy.
More money, more problems. You know that.
And Mookie Betts, who had made 8 consecutive All-Star rosters, did not make it. Did not make the All-Star team. A lot of newbies won the game.
Would you like to, if you're a player like Kershaw, and you got like the Legends pick? I know you're getting to go, but
I'll tell you, this is how you know.
Like, all right, old man, you can go.
Well, first of all,
the Legends pick, you say.
To his credit, Clayton Kershaw, he was on the injured list for most of the season. Since he's come back, he's 4-0.
No, I get it.
Respectable ERA, and they said, "Hey, man, we're going to put you on the team."
We're going
now
the old man exemption is what we're calling this.
Albert Pujols got this once. Miguel Cabrera got it once.
So it's kind of like a lifetime achievement. It's like winning a ceremonial Oscar. Like, yeah, come on.
When they asked him on Sunday, they said, how's it feel? He's like, I'm not going to talk about that.
I guess I'm happy.
I mean, just to say, like, so Clayton, you've been announced as a Legends pick to the All-Star game. How does that make you feel? I'm not talking about that today. I'm only here to talk about we just got swept by the Astros. Any more questions about that? I don't want to talk about this All-Star thing. Please.
Yeah, I'm happy, I guess.
Among the first-time All-Stars announced yesterday, Yoshinobu Yamamoto
deserves it.
He makes the squad. James Wood makes it from the Nationals.
You said Wood.
Mackenzie Gore. Couple first-time Astros, Hunter Brown and Jeremy Pena.
Let me tell you, successful drafting. Hunter Brown making it already an All-Star.
Not too shabby.
That's what good teams do.
Yeah, the Astros will send Jeremy Pena. He'll be the backup shortstop. Hunter Brown. Josh Hader is your third Astro on the squad. And the Texas Rangers are a one-man squad. Jacob deGrom, the only invitee from the Rangers. Now, we don't know yet who will start for my guess is Tarek Skubal is going to start for the AL.
I can't imagine a scenario where he isn't.
Now Jacob deGrom he's 9-2 with a 2.13 ERA and has never started an All-Star game. So it says Skubal, Hunter Brown, and Jacob deGrom are the guys being looked at to start for the AL. For the NL, it could be Clayton Kershaw.
That'll make do.
The other two that are being discussed are obviously Paul Skeens, who leads in ERA and WAR, and the Phillies right-hander Zach Wheeler, who is 9-3 with a 2.17 ERA. So that's your one of those guys.
Who do you think? It won't be Kershaw.
It's going to be Skeens and Skubal.
Yeah, it should be. That's what we want.
That's what I want. I mean, that's the two best guys. So the Tigers, Skubal, Riley Green, Gleyber Torres, Javi Baez.
No wonder they have a 16-game lead.
That's right. Seattle's got Cal Raleigh, Brian Andres Munoz, and Julio Rodriguez. 4 for the Mariners. The Mariners, they're not a first-place team. That's all I'll say. Hometown Braves will have 3 All-Stars, Ronald Acuna, Chris Sale, and first baseman Matt Olson all making it. The Yankees get 3 All-Stars as well, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm, and Max Fried. And the Mets got 3 All-Stars, despite not getting Juan Soto. Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, and Edwin Diaz. Pete Alonso has declined being in the home run derby. 2-time champion. Everybody loves seeing him in there. The polar bear. He's declined doing it. Did
he say why?
No. I don't know.
Been there, done that?
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, I figure it is a little wearing. It does throw off your timing a little bit. But
the only All-Stars who have committed to home run derby so far, Ronald Acuna, James Wood, and Cal Raleigh. So Cal Raleigh is going to be the sentimental favorite.
If Suzuki would have gone, he'd done it. Seiya Suzuki, not there. 25 home runs, not an All-Star.
Pete Alonso said, I just decided not to do it this year. I've never really enjoyed 3 off days, so I want to be in the best possible position to help this team win in the second half. I'm in a groove with certain things. I definitely will do it again. It doesn't mean no forever, It just ain't going to be here.
I forget the player that talked last year about how the home run derby specifically ruins your timing. I mean, there is a repetition thing to it that is off-putting, I think, to some of these guys.
Yeah. Kyle Schwarber also said he's out. Not going to do home run derby. Maybe see what happens next year. Next year, the games or the games in Philadelphia. I'm guessing Kyle Schwarber will do it in Philly. Aaron Judge not going to do it, and Shohei Ohtani is not going to do it. So we've only got the 3 guys booked, which is kind of a bummer.
Is our what about catcher from Seattle?
Yeah, he's in.
Okay,
he's in. He's going to be the. He's going to be the guy everybody's cheering for.
Which is good news. This will be kind of a breakthrough.
Dumper.
Yeah, he'll be the big dumper. Will be the big time story.
Yeah. Well, and Ronald Acuna, who's got.
Yeah, but we expect that.
I mean, he missed a year with an ACL, just came back, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Because he should be.
These lazy bums are like,
well, Acuna kind of needs it.
Second half of the season. Well, all I know is the Mets better win in the second half of the season. I've got my list of investments.
Some it's called investments.
I'm very invested in the Mets winning the NL East. So I need them to get it together. So Pete Alonso, if you got to sit out, fine. Just make sure you play a good second half. That's all I'm asking of you. But I'm into the All-Star game generally. Like I like MLB All-Star game.
It's a fun night. It's the ceremonial beginning to the baseball season for a lot of us. We get about 3 weeks of fun baseball, and then I'm going to turn my attention elsewhere.
Yeah, it's about the ceremonial end.
Don't worry, I'll be back in October. Don't worry, I'll come back.
Yeah,
I'm just making a lap. I'm going to go watch some football. I'll be back.
I'll be back in October on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Yeah, but, I'm not checking out. I'm just going to go take a little sojourn. I'll be back,
yeah. Did you see this throw from O'Neal Cruz?
I saw that he was clocked over 100 miles an hour, 102.
105.2.
Talk about a rope, a frozen rope.
The center fielder for the Pirates, O'Neal Cruz, made a 105.2 mile per hour throw to nab J.P. Crawford at the plate on Sunday. The second hardest thrown ball since StatCast started tracking in 2015. That's insane.
There was no hide left on the ball. It went so fast, it burned the ink off.
The fastest throw from the outfield that produced an out in Major League Baseball's StatCast era was 105.5 by Aaron Hicks of the Yankees in 2016. And J.P. Crawford didn't slide. Like he thought he was easy safe.
That's going to be a picture somewhere forever of you like trotting in, getting gunned.
He is six. So O'Neal Cruz is 6'7". If you didn't know, he's a giant person, and so now I kind of wish he would have had the hardest throw because he already has the hardest hit ball in the StatCast era.
This guy's a monster.
He hit the ball 122.9 miles an hour, and knocked it into the Allegheny River.
What's his name again?
O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah. So it would have been cool if he had the hardest hit ball and the hardest thrown ball ever, but
sounds like some kind of made up character.
Kind of is, and
kind of a name is O'Neal Cruz anyway.
And O'Neal Cruz is the kind of guy who is hitting 203 on the season.
Yeah.
So
well, it's all or nothing.
15 homers. 15 homers is
swings
cool,
for the fence.
He's hitting 203.
That bat comes around like.
I don't want to sit in the front row in case he loses it. All right. So that's enough. I think that's the end of our Major League Baseball talk for the day. It's quite frankly, it's like you said, it's not time yet.
No,
it's not time yet.
It's the ceremonial beginning.
We'll
the
get
season.
there.
Everything was prologue. We're beginning now.
We'll get there. I guess there's one more. The Nats fired their coach and their GM yesterday.
My brother-in-law's quite happy.
I forgot that he has season 10. What an embarrassment.
His text to me this morning was it's actually kind of funny. He was I texted him. Davey got so lazy he wouldn't even pay attention to basic baseball.
So is he like a Nationals fan now?
My cousin's a baseball fan. He's a Sox fan at heart. So he was happy over the weekend. Sox rolled into D.C. and just pasted them 3 straight games. So, no, it's ugly.
Okay.
But, no, I mean, the Nats field is a fun place to play or to go, even if your team sucks.
Yeah. It was a fun the Dodgers Stadium was a fun place to go for the Astros this weekend.
It's crazy because I ran into a bunch of Astros fans on Sunday heading over to L.A. to see one of the games. And they'd been in Colorado to see the Rockies game. I know it was on Friday or Thursday I ran into them. And they were not looking forward to heading to L.A. because that last game against the Rockies they had lost. And well, we're off to L.A. This shouldn't be fun. And, man, oh, man, the West Coast did them well.
Yeah.
Hope they kept some in reserve. How many runs? 18? Did they score 18 in a game? 18
runs in one game.
Pace yourselves. We need these.
In 3 games, they outscored the Dodgers 29-6.
Dude.
And the Astros have now not lost a series since May 21st. That was the last time they lost a series. The Astros, one of the hottest teams in baseball, kind of flown under the radar, and now sitting on a fairly comfortable lead in the AL West, a 7-game lead in the AL West. The Mariners are the only other team in that division over 500. So they're starting to kind of.
And Espada deserves some flowers, man.
I mean, no Jordan, no Jeremy Pena. Like their whole team's beat to crap, and they're still out here kicking ass. They lost Kyle Tucker. Losing a bunch of key guys doesn't matter. Astros keep finding a way. You're right.
Manager of the year in the American League. At least he is right now.
I mean, what Detroit's doing is pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. But they're more talented. They should. Well, not that much more
and
talented,
now, you know what? The Blue Jays suddenly have figured things out. The Blue Jays have won 8 games in a row and are now in first place over the Yankees. The Yankees looking up at the Toronto Blue Jays.
Nice.
So,
a pox on all of New York.
It is. It's a wild things going on. Wild things going on. Unfortunately, the Phillies with a 1.5-game lead on the New York Mets. That's the one. That's the one we need to change. All right, let's talk some football on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Alex.
Hello.
We've been trying to track you down. I don't know if you've noticed that. Do you have any idea why?
Something to do with the radio thing.
Every month we're doing a giveaway. GiveMeTheVin.com.
Giveaway? What you giving away, man?
$25,000.
Alex Jackson of Pensacola, Florida is the latest winner of Give Me the Vin's Big Cash Giveaway.
Are you for real?
Every time that you sell a car to Give Me the Vin, you go into a drawing for that month. And dude, you won.
That's great, man. I'm having a baby boy in about 3 months. That's a lot of diapers, man.
Name him John Clay.
Okay.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
The right stuff.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. 1-800 or alawyer4us.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ziprecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/radio.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz after a long holiday weekend, we'll check out the happenings in the NBA.
And the Spurs Summer Leaguers, we got to look at one of our rookies over the weekend. We'll have the latest.
And we're getting so much closer to training camps. Got to be some Cowboys news.
The Blitz, Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
This is the Rob special right here.
Yeah.
Every time he pulls in the parking lot, windows down. His T-tops, he has them taken off right now.
Got my T-tops, my louvers are all oiled up. Jamming to some fine young cannibals.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Rock.
Johnny, we're sorry. Won't you come on home?
Now, was there a whole album of this, or was this just a single release?
This is the Fine Young Cannibals.
I know, but did they have other songs, or was this the...
They had a couple hits off this record.
Ooh, ooh, like no one else. Ooh, ooh, she drives me crazy. I can't help myself.
They did a remake of an Elvis song.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they had a hit with an Elvis song. Yeah. They did.
Suspicious Minds.
Yeah, they did Suspicious Minds.
Yeah.
Play that, please.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's not bad.
It's going to be bad.
What do you mean it's going to be bad? How can this be bad?
Hold on. Oh my, that's horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's horrible. What, of course it's going to be horrible.
It's good horrible.
Yeah, it's good horrible. It's like rubbernecking a crash. You got to slow down and listen for a second. You hear that dun dun dun. You hear the intro. But yeah, they did this.
And then Good Thing was the other
What-
one.
A
What's
good thing, and
funny
then
is-
Johnny was another one.
When I started to hear the music, like I was like, oh, this actually could be a cool version. And then I heard him start singing. I was like, oh my God, it's horrific.
You can't remake an Elvis song. I don't care who you are. Once he does it, it's his.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do a Johnny Cash song. You can't do an Elvis song. And this is the other one.
This one's more recognizable, I think.
They had a brief one-hit wonder kind of run.
It's Stray Cats-ish.
Yeah, well, they had a British ska kind of sound to them. They were
Yeah.
part of the invasion.
There's been some good Elvis covers.
Like who?
Didn't Dolly Parton do? I think Dolly Parton did "In the Ghetto." I think that's true though, for real.
Dolly Parton does "In the Ghetto."
I think so.
You could have named 100 other artists that I could. Well, I could see that.
Cheap Trick does "Don't Be Cruel."
Was that an original Elvis song, or did a lot of people do that one?
No, it's an original Elvis song.
Yeah, they did.
Still an Elvis song.
Springsteen did "Viva Las Vegas."
Well, U2 did too. But
Yeah, U2 did it, or UB40 did an Elvis song. I forget what it was. It was terrible though.
who's this? Stray Cats?
Cheap Trick.
Oh, this is a Cheap Trick
baby.
version?
Yeah.
The Blues Brothers did "Jailhouse Rock."
Yes, they
Now
did.
that's good. Anything Blues Brothers did.
Yeah, but that,
is
I mean, again,
immaculate. Yeah.
that was for entertainment purposes only.
Of course, but it's still the best.
I mean, they weren't really musicians. They just played one in a movie.
Right.
But it was fun.
Still good.
Well, UB40 also. I can't help falling in love
But if I'd have just
with you.
But see, with you, AJ, if we'd have just played that, you'd have said, "Oh, that sucks."
UB40?
Yeah.
UB40 does suck.
See, but you're going to highlight that was a good remake, and it wasn't.
No,
You
I wasn't
can't
saying it was a
remake
good remake.
It's hard to do an Elvis song. But I'm a UB40 fan. Allie was one of the best vocalists in the 80s.
Right?
They have a record, "Little Bag of Rhythm," is probably a classic Elvis song. UB40, you know what that is? It is the back in the 80s. UB40 was the designation for the unemployment form in Britain.
Oh,
so if you filled out a UB40, you were filing for unemployment.
Red wine, you make me feel so fine.
Now, that's not their song. That's
They
a remake.
stole that?
That's a remake.
That's all they do is remakes?
Well, no. But yeah,
Yeah, but
kind
once
of.
in a while,
but
yeah.
that Red Wine song was done by, what's his name? The Welsh sex symbol, Tom. Oh, come on.
Tom Jones?
Tom Jones
Oh,
did Red
really?
Wine first, yes.
I didn't know that.
That was his song in UB40.
Tom Jones. How do you know-
Tom Jones.
How do you know that?
Yeah, man, I'm a huge Tom Jones fan.
Okay.
Look up Casey Musgraves, Kacey Musgraves, "Can't Help Falling in Love."
A little country version?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see. All right, let's see.
If it's not there, we're going to have to do Dolly Parton in the Ghetto.
See, that is just wrong.
We'll see. We'll see what you think, Rob.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me.
I was going to say that wasn't
No,
Casey
that
Musgraves.
wasn't it. Hold on, it's coming.
Okay. I believe in you.
All right.
Now, this is something Rob said can't be done.
And I think so far it's been proven.
You let her sing, will you?
All right, are we at church? This isn't a woman's song. This is a dude's song.
Why?
It's just a dude's song.
I don't know. I feel
It's
like it can
not
go
bad,
both
but
ways.
there's nothing.
It's better than UB40s.
It's like a wedding
I don't
march.
think so.
It
I
is
think
kind
they're
of
all
like a
about the
wedding
same.
song. Give me the Dolly Parton in the Ghetto.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let me see.
Just because
She
Rob
did not really do in the ghetto.
I swear she
There's
did.
no way that Dolly Parton
I
could have
swear
ever
to
done
God, she's done in the ghetto.
in the ghetto.
Let's see. Here we go. This one. Let's see if this one's it.
Now,
I can't believe. In the ghetto. It's the ghetto.
Don't you say nothing bad about Dolly here.
I love me some Dolly Parton, but this was a stretch.
Like she's in her 20s.
This is probably during the 60s when everybody was, the civil rights stuff.
I got to see. Let me pull up the story here.
Just look up Dolly Parton now. I think I just saw a picture of her.
I knew there was some story to this. Okay. When she was going to meet Elvis for the first time.
Okay. Now
when he was coming to sing I Will Always Love You, which didn't work out because Colonel Tom Parker wanted half the publishing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she said, I was going to meet him. I'm sorry I didn't get to meet him because, we were going to have him record the song, but his business manager was too greedy, so we told him to piss off. But yeah, she did In the Ghetto.
Sorry. It's not working.
It's only for men?
Well, it's not some white blonde woman from West Virginia saying ghetto. It just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, man.
All right. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe it is hard to redo. Play Bruce Springsteen's Viva Las Vegas.
All right, let me look for that one. Let me see. I think I have them up here.
I'm down with musicians doing this in a show, but just don't release it on a record.
Yeah. But I do. I know that this song exists because it was on the Honeymoon in Vegas soundtrack. So I remember that this song.
Flying Elvis's Utah chapter.
Yeah. Like what year was that movie? It was like early 90s.
Classic 90s Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Movie. I'm on.
And Viva because Viva Las Vegas is like a cornball song anyway.
It is.
This is like the easiest one to remake.
And it should be.
I Can't Help Falling in Love with You and In the Ghetto. Those are tougher. This is like a cheese ball. This is an easy one.
See?
Hit me, man.
So, this is good.
You an Elvis guy?
Yeah. You can't grow up with a Southern mother and not be an Elvis type. So, yeah, my mother. And when you want to meet someone who is truly the son of an Elvis mom, Jason Minnick's mother has an entire wing of their home.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm talking about walk-in. She could charge money. You should see this thing.
That's so odd.
It's of the time.
I mean,
my mother too, man.
She was
when she passed. When we were going through her stuff, there was an entire box full of Elvis stuff,
memorabilia.
Oh, back from the day, man. You couldn't have been 18 in 1958 and not have been an Elvis fan.
My mom is that way, except with Kiss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom has like one wing of her house is dedicated to Gene Simmons. She has a Kiss coffin she's going to be buried in.
It explains a lot. Really.
Yeah,
it does. It really makes a lot of sense when you put all the pieces together. You go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Of course,
I see it now.
Now, of course.
Yeah, my mom has a big Kiss tattoo right here. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like the head is right here and the tongue goes all the way down her arm like that.
I never saw the movies of Kiss or
what?
I never liked it. No.
You don't like Kiss?
I wasn't into it.
Remember when they were like a Saturday morning cartoon?
Yeah.
You could watch Kiss cartoons.
I mean, my mom on Saturdays would put on the face paint and come in my room and wake me up, scare the crap out of me.
Again, it's all coming together.
That's the life that I lived.
That's
man.
why
I was gonna say
he was actually named Peter Chris Hoffman.
And you can get. I mean, Kiss sells something for everything. So like when we were kids, we had a Kiss dog house. My sister didn't have regular Barbies; she had Kiss Barbies. So.
Leather-clad Barbies?
Yeah, that's all she had. Like, my mom wouldn't buy her the regular Barbies.
High-heeled fang boots.
Only the Kiss Barbies.
Get up, kids!
No, it was this one here. Yeah. All right, get up, kid.
Get up, you rockers!
Oh, I mean, this is still my mom's ringtone now. When you call my mom,
Kiss.
I think my mom got really into Kiss because she hooked up with Gene Simmons once in the 70s.
Oh, is that what that was?
There you go. So many love stories started
She
with that.
became enamored. But she got she stole a bunch of stuff off his tour bus, and I think that's where her collection started.
Shout it.
Shout it out loud.
You know, I almost got in a fight with Gene Simmons.
What?
I did. I was at the grand opening of the Hooters Casino in Vegas.
Hooters.
And I had a producer, those who know, Johnny Fingers Campion,
Oh, yeah.
who was trying to pick up on his wife. And I'm standing there, and I don't know.
Was this the gal that was in like all the softcore pornos?
Yeah, the blonde, whatever.
Shannon Tweed.
That's it, Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
So Johnny is talking, and it appears to me rather successfully to Shannon Tweed. And Gene Simmons, who, by the way, is a big dude, took great exception to that. I didn't know that was Gene Simmons. I didn't know that was Shannon Tweed. All I knew was somebody was squaring off against my producer. So I kind of barge in and realized very quickly that I'm squared off
With
facing
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Did he stick his tongue at you?
No, we just kind of like, hey, everybody calm, everybody cool, everybody good. And we just kind of squared off. But as I was just rushing in to kind of stand next to my boy, I turned and realized I could get in a fight with Gene Simmons
Hell
right
yeah,
now. I wish
man.
someone had had a camera.
That would have been iconic.
That would have been
just like I said.
I
would
great
have
story.
Just like I said, I would have hooked up with B. Arthur just to say I did it. I think I would have thrown a punch at Gene Simmons just to say I did it.
He's an intimidating dude.
No, I ain't scared of that.
He's a big old
punk ass
dude.
Did he have on his Kiss boots when he
he's a big dude, and
He
he's
just wears
got
those
big,
boots.
tall hair, like slick back, and
yeah.
he had sunglasses on, and he was kind of upset.
And he talks like this. It's disrespectful.
And I'm muscling around, kind of squared up in there, and then I realized, like, Johnny, did you? He's like, yeah, I knew.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I could have had her too if Gene wouldn't have come up. If you would have.
Hey, we had progressed to fight. I got there after this was already over.
Imagine if you would have just smashed Gene Simmons,
took him out,
and then your producer banged his wife.
That would have made a better story.
Man.
My God!
Other than me getting so drunk later that night, I fell out of a loading dock.
He would have owed you forever.
Yeah,
he owes me for some stuff we can't talk about. Already, he's already in debt. This is one of the stories we can talk about.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it now. I'm going to give it away.
Oh, here it is.
The Monsters of Rock. Rock. The Van Halen VHT, which stands for Van Halen Tribute. Judas X, Judas Priest, and Mob Rules, Ronnie James Dio. July 19th at the Aztec Theater. I got 2 tickets for you. Look how I got 2 tickets. I got these kind of tickets.
Yeah.
We might have to medal out to this one, AJ. Get our leathers on. Head down to the pit at the Aztec on the 19th.
Holy diver! Oh, yeah. You want to go see Monsters of Rock? Damn right you do, baby.
Yep.
Let's go caller number. I got to make Edwin work for
It
these.
should be some like 666.
Let's go caller number 6.
Yeah.
You want a pair of tickets to go see the Monsters of Rock?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Almost.
Monsters-ish of rock.
It'll sound good. They'll play the hits. It's a good thing about a tribute band. They don't really go to the deep cuts.
No.
They kind of stick to the big ones.
No. In fact, that, what was that stupid band? What was the band before?
No band was stupid that we saw.
Before they were U2, what were they?
He was NXS.
NXS. They play.
He was Michael Hutchins, and then he became.
Not
Bono.
only did they not play anything other than the hits, they played some of the hits twice.
Yes, they opened and they legit. I've never seen a band open and close with the same song.
I said they're playing the same song again, dude.
Well, the Alzheimer crowd.
We were all old. We didn't know.
I was
waiting for them to play this.
I was so miserable at that show, and then I was like, they're starting the catalog over.
It's so sad that you did not enjoy one of the greatest nights of music.
That was one of the worst nights of my life.
For you, for the rest of us, we had some. Oh, it was.
I saw some old lady getting finger blasted.
Finger blasted. Let's talk about a party.
Terrible. It was gross.
Oh, we mock what we don't understand. Yet again.
Oh, they said you mopped.
Mock what you don't understand.
I thought you said you mopped. I was like, well, that lady was
Oh, it was right.
All right, we'll be back. We will wrap up the 8 o'clock hour.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
We got to talk about Cavante Turpin. It's the same guy as Snoop Dogg, apparently, or Willie Nelson. We'll talk about him next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we do have a couple of trouble spots. On 90 eastbound just before Loop 410. This wreck is in the center lane, almost a 40-minute delay. Stop and go from Montgomery. This crash at 35 northbound Thousand Oaks, this one's causing a 25-minute delay. 3 left lanes blocked. That has you stop and go from Walsham. And it also appears that the traffic lights are flashing red. So treat that as a 4-way stop there on the frontage road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
What up, Mario Lopez here? You know, I love me a throwback like the Staples Easy button. It's back and bringing more easy than ever. Custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. Yeah, Staples, that was easy.
DQ presents How to Make Your Summer Take Flight. Just head into DQ for a new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat. Treat your inner hero to an epic mix of sugar cookie dough, sprinkles, and cake batter flavor. Blend it all with legendary DQ soft serve, and it's enough to tempt Superman himself. Fly into DQ for our new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat before it's gone. And don't miss Superman, only in theaters July 11th. DQ, happy tastes good. Only at participating locations.
You've decided to divorce. I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you're worried about getting the bills paid, childcare, and your divorce, we'll help make it simple, painless, and affordable.
Your future matters. Call the law office of Steve Benke.
Call 210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Fight back against low energy with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. TRT has never been easier with the new Synergenics Health app. Take the test, get the results, and control your treatment from your phone. Book now while the test is free at FixMyLowT.com. That's FixMyLowT.com.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone, now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Did you just say, I think it's a clean version?
Keep your finger on that button.
I think. I mean, I don't know, but I think.
You've got 7 seconds to play with.
No, it's good.
It's
clean.
good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Neil Diamond, Chris Cornell covered Prince. Yeah. Caden misses Kitty Big Balls, R.I.P. I know.
Still remembering.
Yeah. Never forget Kitty Big Balls. All right. Never forget Cavante Turpin.
Here we go.
Man, it's Cowboys. It's been a long time in coming.
Right? It's been a minute.
It's like, man, it's just a little weed, man.
Yeah,
and a gun.
Man, but
it wasn't loaded, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a 22.
First of all, okay, less than 2 ounces of weed. Where is that against the law anymore?
Here.
And?
I mean,
wait a minute, it's under an ounce, right? That you get a ticket?
I mean, it's a ticket, and depending on discretion, it's a misdemeanor, but it's still a crime.
What if I went and bought it at the local shop?
What local shop?
Like what if it's the
THCA?
What if it's the phony Texas weed?
Oh, you mean therein lies the rub. It's still, if the DA or whatever jurisdiction decides to test for it, the problem is it's so expensive to test because you can't tell by looking. So normally it's turned into a ticket unless you want to contest and say this is truly CBD.
But he didn't get arrested Saturday, and then they said,
well, I don't know what the case is. I don't know what was going on with him, but I can tell you that it is still illegal, and you will still get a ticket at the very least.
Okay, and what about unlawful carrying of a weapon?
No, I don't know the circumstances behind where Turpin was, because I can't imagine a circumstance in our great state of Texas where you can't unlawfully carry a weapon unless they popped him in a bar. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I don't know the circumstances of the arrest.
Yeah, did he get? Was he in a place with an .6? I don't know,
or because he had the weed with it.
Well, he might. Well, there might be that. I don't know the circumstances again, but that's an interesting charge, the unlawful carrying of a weapon. Right. You don't need, what do you mean? I can, Texas, as long as it's not a sword, I can just about carry anything I want.
I think you can carry a sword.
No, there's a blade length. You really can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a blade length. You can carry just about any gun, but yeah, there is a blade.
A saber?
You can't walk around with a sword, but you can with an AR-15.
That's so absurd.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Because people don't kill people. Sabers kill people.
Well, I mean, imagine you had the broadsword like Conan the Barbarian.
Well, I mean,
none
of that, but it's a very strange rule that a 6-inch blade or bigger, but I can have a 13-round clip. But you know.
Wow. But yeah, Cavante Turpin he's now been released from custody after posting bond. Of course, he signed an extension this offseason. I can't imagine this is any real trouble.
No, it's not. But
it's so funny now when I hear, he had weed. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, the real fear now is it ain't getting pulled over for weed, which is awful. But you can smoke in the NFL now. They don't. I mean, you're never going to know if you get popped for it. They keep it quiet, and if you can, when you're going to be tested. But the fear now is the gambling arrest. or the gambling indictment. That has to strike fear in every general manager's heart. I mean, the old school, you talk to old college football coaches, and they're like, the worst thing in the world is when you send your kids home for May, that like 3 weeks when they leave and they go home before they come back for summer.
Oh, yeah,
Every time the phone rings, if you're a coach, every time it rings, you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah. Who got in
trouble?
trouble?
They're away from my control over 3 weeks. And right now, as we're in between mini camps and we're getting ready for training camp, every general manager, every time the phone rings, is like, oh, crap. Okay, all right.
I would,
no
if
problem.
I drafted guys, I would say, let me see your phone. You got DraftKings, FanDuel, get
All
rid
of
of
it,
it.
seriously.
It's all gone.
So the drug thing now is that, weed, he'll be fine.
Well, we'll see. Well, I can't imagine anything major comes out of this because it's not a major thing. But I guess we still have to.
He needs to register his weapon.
Are your weapons registered?
No. Well, I am a licensed handgun carrier. I have a license for that. I mean, as far as.
But you don't even need one now.
I know, but I got one when I had to, so I guess.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't. I mean,
now you don't even need
moved
that.
back here. I haven't gone out of my way to get my license to carry again.
You don't. There's no need. But back in the day when we had to,
I stay strapped, Vic. Just so you know.
Good.
In case you feel like trying something.
I'm trying.
Okay, good. In case you try and steal $181 from me at the grocery store.
Or somebody's shoes.
Yeah, don't you dare.
Jack,
don't you dare.
Well, it's good to know when we go eat somewhere.
Well, yeah. This that was the thing that was confusing to me. And I guess, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe Vic's right. Like maybe because he had weed, that makes it unlawful to carry the gun. Like if you get pulled over and you're drunk, now suddenly you carrying a gun is illegal, right? Am I wrong on that?
I don't.
I think it is. I just think you can't have the weapons and drugs in the same location.
2 ounces.
Or get caught with it. Like if you get caught with a gun on you as well as weed and heaven knows what else, that's when it turns into either a felony or something bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't show the circumstances, whether he was in a car.
I never think about using a gun when I'm smoking weed. I can tell you that much.
I never thought about using a saber or sword.
I think about that way more often.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
You go downtown during an anime concert, half those people are illegal. They're walking around with swords that are like 8 feet long.
Yeah, the samurais.
You've never sat around stoned and thought about like carrying a sword or like what kind of sword you would want if you got into a sword fight?
Not really, no. They're too
I
heavy.
think about that all the time.
They're too heavy.
What? No.
Like, would I want like a pirate sword that's got like kind of a curved blade? Would I want a Conan the Barbarian sword, like a broadsword?
Or from like Arabia where it's got that long, what is it?
Yeah, like a scythe.
Yeah, there we go.
Or do you want like, I mean, there's so many options.
I'd be like Indiana Jones, just pull out a gun.
Yeah, right.
But that wouldn't be
That's
fair.
That's a really nice sword you have there.
That wouldn't be a
Boy,
fair
that's
sword
a
fight.
fantastic sword you have there. Hold still while I shoot you. Will you hold still?
Like I always wonder, like, would you be?
Thanks for the sword.
Thanks for the sword.
Give me that sword, bitch.
That's a really nice sword you got there.
That's Debo's sword.
You notice I have a gun here? It's not very nice.
It's my bike.
But it's my gun.
Come on,
It's
Red.
my gun.
Come on, Red.
Thanks for the sword.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, those are the kinds of things I think about when I'm stoned.
So you probably watch like Naked and Afraid.
Sometimes, yeah.
I've never seen one episode.
I've never seen one, but somebody's like, don't you ever wonder, like, if you're dropped in the jungle, what would you take? Like, poison. I don't want to be in the jungle. What would I take?
I would want to end it.
Just a gun. I don't know. I'm not going to be naked with like a ball of twine and a rubber band.
That's so like. When we used to,
what would you take? Poison. What do you mean?
When The Walking Dead was a thing, I guess it still is.
Yeah.
I only watched like the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
so
I
like
didn't
when The
get
Walking
into it.
Dead was actually good, my wife and I would watch it and we'd talk about like, you know,
what would be in your bug out bag.
What we'd do.
Would you get like a picker to get him in the eyes?
And
or
she's always like
an arrow or a spear.
She's always like, I would just die. Like
I'm not sure I even want to be here.
I'm not cut out for that life. Like she's like, you and Holden might make it, but me and Jake, we're gonna die almost immediately.
Might have a couple beers and wave goodbye.
Yeah, like hey, good luck. You're on your own without
run
me.
around poking zombies in the eye.
I'm like, well, good.
And when you poke my eye, be nice. When I'm a zombie, Don't deface me too much.
I don't want it to be like I just didn't want it to be like where she thought I was dead and then she banged my best friend.
Then you came back?
And then I showed up. And it's
as
like,
a zombie? Or
no, as like a regular person.
So are you still going to be with her after that?
No.
That's it?
No,
that'd
that'd
be
be
it.
it.
Going to make use of that sword?
Yeah, I mean,
that's a really nice sword.
Yeah.
Who left their sword over here?
Plus,
sword is that?
then like what? I mean, if you kill people in the zombie apocalypse, like no one even gets mad at you.
He was a zombie. He was about to turn.
That's what I said. He turned.
I could tell.
He turned on me.
He sneezed, and I thought he was turning.
So if Vic bangs my wife in the zombie apocalypse, sorry, Vic, I'm shooting you, man.
Oh,
I'm gonna shoot you because I know, I know what you're gonna say already. You're gonna say, I just got the pellets. What do you want me to do?
I know, man. I mean, it's out of my control.
It also depends on which zombies we get, like the Walking Dead slow zombies or the super fast, like
what is it, Gen Z or what is it?
The Brad Pitt one where they're like.
If we get fast zombies, I'll never make it.
The slow plotting zombie?
But I'll tell you what, I can't imagine losing. Like, I would never lose to a slow zombie.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, no.
I don't know how anybody ever gets got by them.
But a World War Z, I would.
No,
that's impossible.
No, I'm out.
Yeah, but
the not Hitch, but that guy, the Will Smith.
Which one?
End of the World. His version of the End of the World zombies. Where New York was unpopulated. Remember where he lived in New York by himself and zebras were running down.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie.
Those
him and his dog. What was that?
You haven't seen that movie?
No.
Oh. A Brigade Bar.
I don't
Help
like
us
Will
out,
Smith.
Brigade Bar. What's the name of that Will Smith movie?
Yeah.
It's good. That's worth
I don't
a
like
watch.
Will Smith movies.
Well, this one actually is one of his better ones. I'm not a big Will Smith fan either, but this one wasn't bad.
I don't like Wild Wild West. I hate
movie
Wild
sucks.
Wild West. That's a stupid movie. I Am Legend.
That's
Frank
it.
Says.
Yeah, Will Smith, that's probably his
I've never
best
seen
attempt.
That's a good one too.
I like the one where he's got his kid and they're poor.
Oh, yeah.
That always makes me cry.
Yeah,
They're like living in a San Francisco bathroom.
When he finally got hired.
Yeah.
That's not my kind of movie.
I don't like feeling like that. I don't like when movies make me sad.
I'm in it for a whole other reason.
Yeah.
I want to be shown new and interesting ways to kill people.
Yes.
I want to find interesting ways to take people out. Like a John Wick movie. 5 minutes, there's like 9 ways to kill a man.
B. Hannon says, what about the zombies in Last of Us? I've never seen it. Are they slow zombies or fast zombies?
I think they're not slow.
I'm just telling you, I ain't losing to slow zombies.
These are faster than slow, but they're not the
slow zombies. They move like a quarter speed of regular humans, yet somehow they overtake regular humans.
And their
I
skulls
would never
are
let it
evidently
happen.
like eggs. They're just soft. You can just like think.
I would never let that happen. I'd be so embarrassed if I got killed by a zombie. Oh, just shoot me if that ever happens to me.
I'll get you with a sword.
All right, we got 1 hour left. I think we got a special interview coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association Outlaw Nitro Series is back. 5 events, 4 locations. 1 explosive season. Top fuel, funny cars, promos. You are in the stands. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. That's IHRA.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 5-star reviews on Google. So, Who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Level up your summer projects with 4th of July savings on top brand cordless power tools from the Home Depot. Whether you're working on a fence, a planter box, or a new workbench, get the power and runtime you need with the Ryobi One Plus 18-volt 2-tool kit from the Home Depot for only $99 plus $139. Get 4th of July savings on the cordless power you need to make summer projects easier than ever. Right now at the Home Depot.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Dick's Deal Days are happening now. You won't want to miss our biggest sale of the summer. Scorecard members earn a $20 bonus reward on your purchase of $150 or more. Plus 3 days of amazing savings start Tuesday. Check out offers from brands like Nike, Adidas, Hoka, and Stanley. And check back daily for new one-day deals Tuesday through Thursday. Score the season's hottest savings before they're gone on July 10th. Shop in the app and on Dicks.com. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Guys, don't live with tiredness and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. Take the test, get fast results, and start TRT with San Antonio's leading experts in men's health. Now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app, an innovation in healthcare technology you won't find anywhere else. Download now or book your appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com. You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your midday commute, we just cleared a couple of our trouble spots. That wreck at 90 eastbound approaching Military Drive is cleared, and the accident at 35 northbound Thousand Oaks cleared as well. Thousand Oaks, both directions, eastbound, westbound, Wurzbach Parkway to 35 Frontage Road. Those traffic lights that were malfunctioning are now working again. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs began play in the California Summer Classic over the weekend. They're 1-1 now. They fell to Miami 82-69 in their first night out and rebounded with a 90-88 win over the Warriors. In the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans have each donated $500,000 to the flood relief efforts in the Texas Hill Country. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I don't know where he is. Oh, I got it. Hey, it's the Morning Huddle. I'm Rob. I'm half the duo. AJ, I don't know where he went. Over the weekend, a huge weekend for live music. tour starting, Oasis starting. They're back together after 16 years starting this world tour that everybody's waiting on. But as we said hello to Oasis, there was a goodbye show for those of you who weren't aware. Ozzy Osbourne performed his last show over the weekend back in Birmingham on the 5th. He went up with his Black Sabbath troupe, rolled on with a wheelchair, and offered his last metal show.
I knew it was kind of awkward looking
Kind
at
of
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
We
like, enough, Ozzy, man.
A lot of people don't realize I went to high school and with a guy that ended up being a roadie for Black Sabbath and stayed with Ozzy for years. And he went back to Birmingham to see the show. There were a lot of stars that flew back, too. I saw Jason Momoa was there, and half of Aerosmith was there. A lot of people went back to see Ozzy. Well, they brought back former tour types, and I called in a favor. He was going to be in Birmingham to do the show, and I said, is there any way you can get him? And he just told me, just called about 15 minutes ago. And without further ado, this is one of those things you don't expect to happen in your life, much less if you're sitting in traffic in San Antonio. I'd like to welcome on the show a man named John Osborne. You might know him as Ozzy. He performed in Birmingham his last show. Might not be his last American interview. It'll be the last one on this station. We'd like to welcome on the show Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy, thank you for joining us. You sounded better than I expected.
Nice.
Last show, before we get into the long and illustrious career, how much work did it take to get ready for the show? I know your health's been an issue.
It's a lot of work, and let's say hours.
It's hard. See, Ozzy, this is the United States. I know you're speaking in French, and while you and I can speak French, I'm not sure the rest of us understand what you're saying. So I'm going to go ahead and translate. He had a great time. He was kind of surprised that Ronnie James Dio didn't show up. As far as the show goes, this is the last of all of your shows.
There's one. And
Sage words, Ozzy. Ozzy, I hope everybody wrote that down, because for a man who spent this much.
Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
See, for those you didn't understand, he had sex with Jason Momoa.
Is that what that was?
I think that's what he was talking about. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He didn't. He was at the after party. He's still speaking French. I don't mind terms. So, Ozzy, at the very end of the show, of all of the bats that you ate or ripped the heads off, what was your favorite city to have eaten a bat? But see, that's what I thought. San Antonio is his favorite bat-eating city of all. Now, would you like to apologize to the good citizens of San Antonio and the great state of Texas for urinating on our Alamo below these 40 years ago? You gotta go. That's enough, sir. You urinated on our Alamo, and wow, you've had an illustrious. Oh, there it is. There's the apology. Thank you. Ozzy Osbourne performing his last. This was his last American interview right here. Of all of the songs, Ozzy, your favorite? Not your favorite Taylor Swift song. What's your favorite song to have performed?
Yeah.
I don't think that was it.
I don't know. I can't understand.
Did you get that one?
No. I didn't understand him.
Ozzy, where'd you get that wheelchair? Oh, he's gone. We lost him?
Yeah.
That was Ozzy Osbourne. Wait a minute. Live, straight from Birmingham. You don't get this anywhere else. Dude,
you guys were talking to Ozzy while I was taking a dump?
I told you he was going to be calling in.
Yeah.
We tried.
I had bean and cheese tacos this morning and coffee.
I think Ozzy was eating a bean and cheese taco while he was talking to us.
Oh, it went right through me. And you guys got to talk to the freaking Prince of Darkness?
Yeah, well, he has a connection to San Antonio. He urinated on our Alamo.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Ate a bat.
That's crazy.
I think it has something to do with pigeons. Pretty coherent.
What did he talk about?
Couldn't understand anything.
We talked about his favorite songs, the people that came to see him for the show, whether he was going to tour again.
Nice.
He kind of got lost in Taylor Swift music there for a second.
Yeah.
He's been a little off. I didn't get a chance to ask him about his wheelchair, his Batman wheelchair.
A Batman wheelchair?
Have you seen he performed sitting, and it's kind of like a bat themed throne that he sang from.
I like that.
It's also a toilet.
I saw when Guns N' Roses played. It was like their big comeback show. They were the first band that played in. They were the first big show in the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. And Axl came out. He had broken his foot. He was like
bellied.
Big old gut, and he was riding around in this chair, like an electric chair, because he couldn't walk.
That dude, of all the musicians, male, female, he had let himself go.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Dude.
That heroin chic, he ought to try to get some of that back.
You know what, man? Rarely do we actually prescribe heroin, but you're going to have to drop 30 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's either heroin or one of those GLP-1s.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was a...
Too bad you missed him. Ozzy's
I know. That's a bummer, man.
Seriously, you got Ozzy performing his last show on the same night within 24 hours as Oasis starting their tour.
What an incredible get for us to have him here on our station.
It doesn't happen very often. Too bad you missed it.
I know.
We'll get him back.
Minix is going to be very jealous. Hey, I did want to talk some NBA win totals. The opening win totals are out for the 25-26 NBA season. And based on the off season, I want you to play a little guessing game here. Give me the teams that you think they've got the biggest jumps from last season to this season. Like whose expectations have gone up the most from last preseason to this preseason?
I have only one jumps to mind.
Okay.
Well, Dallas certainly helped themselves, and that's easy. I mean, you had Cooper Flag, and you do all that you should expect. Milwaukee, lateral move, but of all the teams and the moves that they made, Atlanta has the second biggest jump. Atlanta did some stuff. I didn't really expect them. Who's at one?
Atlanta's win total is 46.5. Last year they were 35.5, and they finished with 40. So they exceeded expectations. Good offseason so far. They're up to 46.5. The team with the biggest jump, they were at 24.5 wins last year, preseason. They finished with 44 wins, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, I get that.
Their number is now 45.5, a 21-win jump for the Pistons.
That's just about impossible to do. But, hey, man, maybe.
Houston and Portland, both 10-game jumps.
And Houston, I mean, but their jump, they were already good.
Right.
They're going from good to really good, where these other teams are just finding them to getting to average.
So last year, their total was 44.5. They exceeded expectations greatly, finished with 52 wins. So now they are at 54.5. Portland, who just refuses to be terrible, even though they've got every right to be terrible, their win total last year was 22.5. They finished with 36, and they're still only at 32.5. I tend to lean to the over just because
no reason to doubt that.
They have no quit in them. Cleveland is 8 games higher. They were at 47.5 last year. They finished with 64 wins.
I don't know. I don't know. No Turner. They lost. This team ain't back.
No, not Indiana. Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland.
So they're
going to be down a dude.
They've last year their season win total was 47.5. They finished with 64 wins. This year it's 55.5.
That still might be a little high for me.
The same jump applies to the San Antonio Spurs. Last season their win total was 35.5.
If they give us any more than 7 more wins.
They were under. They finished with 34 wins.
Right.
So they did not exceed expectations. They have an 8-game jump to 43.5.
I was looking at 42 would be my number, but anything more than 7 games, that's a big jump.
All right, teams with the biggest drops from last season's
first guy off.
Opener.
I mean, Milwaukee obviously had some issues. They might have bounced back. The
Milwaukee-
Pacers are decimated.
Milwaukee went from 51.5 to 45.5.
Boston.
Indiana went from 45.5 to 39.5. Boston went from 57.5 to 43.5. They are the second biggest dropper.
And all these are in the East, by the way.
The biggest dropper from last year, a team opened with 46.5 wins, finished with 36, and are now at 31.5. That is the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, well.
Who they disappointed last year, and then they decimated their roster on top of it.
Well, I do like the under on that.
The Pelicans, who last year they were at 44.5, finished with 49, and this year they're at 32.5.
Wow. Well, that's so predicated on Zion's health. He plays, they win. They win more.
Dallas last year, 50.5 wins. This year, 39.5.
See?
Huge drop for Dallas.
And that's probably more appropriate. I was afraid they were gonna probably remain even. Like
no
this
Kyrie,
too much for Cooper to do. But
no Kyrie, and who knows how much you're gonna have Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
That one makes a lot
but
of
it's
sense.
a little
to
risky
me.
though. They could collapse.
Yeah.
There's a lot carried here, and because there's really not a lot of expectation of greatness this year. They're all waiting for next year.
Okay, so here's a tough one. The Utah Jazz. Last year, their win total was 27.5. They won 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think their win total is this year?
31.
18.5.
I feel like they're a little bit better, but there's
I
still
don't
an
know.
attempt to. Well,
I don't know
better's a
how
relative
they're
term. But
and then Miami, Philadelphia, and Sacramento, they all dropped 8 games as well. Miami went from 44.5 to 36.5. Philadelphia went from 51.5 to 43.5.
So the East is just a barren wasteland. Think of all the teams that are going to be down in win counts. Most of the ones you named, apart from Phoenix, are East. Every one of them.
Toronto went up 1. Orlando went up 4.
Probably should go up more than that, considering what the East is going to. Orlando could be this year's Houston.
Indiana dropped. Detroit, obviously, theirs is
They're
a
up.
huge jump. Cleveland's is a pretty big jump. Chicago up 2. Charlotte's down. Brooklyn's up 2, up to 21.5.
Can't fall off the floor.
And then we mentioned Atlanta's up quite a bit as well. So one team, the exact same win total from last year.
Lakers.
The New York Knicks.
Well, that's about right.
New York Knicks, 52.5 last year, 52.5 this year.
Just off this conversation,
I'll go under. But
I like the looks of Orlando.
I kind of like Orlando,
I like Orlando
too.
and Detroit. I think Orlando could be this year's Detroit significantly better, or they could be even better than that.
Orlando's, their win total's at 51.5.
That's a good season.
So they're already projected to be 6 games better than the Pistons.
I'll tell you, 51.5 is right there. That's a good basketball team. The East, all of those teams down. Somebody's going to break. There's going to be a run. There's going to be a team that breaks out like Houston. That's going to end up second in the East, and nobody's going to expect them to be there.
Oklahoma City, last year's win total was 55.5. Obviously, they exceeded that, 68 wins. What do you think they're at this year?
Down 2.
62.5.
Down 6.
Up 7.
Up 7.
Up
Well,
7,
I was
yeah.
thinking off their final.
Yeah. They're projected to lose 6 more games. Yeah, I kind of lean to the over. Obviously,
This is gonna be, they're so good that they'll beat teams just because they know how to win,
and because they're like, I've never seen a team who cares more, especially in the modern NBA, who cares more about winning regular season games by margin.
Mm-hmm.
Like. Most teams are like, oh, we're going to rest our stars. They're like, no, we want to humiliate everybody.
I think 62-63 is right in there, easy.
And then the Washington Wizards, 19.5. They're sitting at. The lowest win total on the board: Jazz at 18.5, Wizards 19.5, Brooklyn 21.5, and Charlotte 25.5.
I think if you're in the West, I like go under. If you're a team in the East, pick for those low. I think there's going to be more wins to be had because so many teams are bad. I think you're going to win some games you didn't expect you could win.
Your top 5 win totals: OKC 62.5,
Yeah.
Cleveland 55.5, Houston 54.5, Denver 53.5. Denver's interesting. They were 52.5 last year. They went under. They finished with 50 wins, and now they're up a game.
Fire their coach.
Yeah.
Drop Porter.
I think I'm going under 53.5. I mean, I think Denver's going to be decent, but 53.5 is a big number for a team. We don't know what they're getting out of their head coach. And then the Knicks are at 52.5.
And we haven't really talked since Brown took over, and it's such a strange hire. I think treading water's about appropriate with the Knicks. They should have been able to. I don't know. I think this is such an odd hire that I'd like the under on the Knicks. I don't think they're going to be able to maintain.
But the problem with, and I generally don't think the Knicks are very good, but every other team in the East besides Cleveland and Orlando, every other contender is taking a step
For the
back.
same reason I bet the over on some of those teams, just because I think they're going to fall ass backwards into some wins.
The Knicks might benefit from that.
Maybe that's the case.
Which is, I mean, and which is perfect for me because it just means I'm going to fade them come playoff time when they actually have to play other good teams, because that's generally the way to handle them. Is they're going to beat up on bad teams, and then they're going to they're going to lose.
So are the
with a
Spurs
pulse.
the biggest risers in the West as far as expectation over last year?
The biggest riser in the West was Houston. Houston and Portland with their +10, and then San Antonio +8. So they're third behind those two.
The thing is, it'll be much easier for us to get our 8 than them for 10 because they've already. You know what I mean? I like the San Antonio number.
I kind of want the Houston under. 54.5 is a big number.
And they might lose a few early just because they're figuring some stuff out.
Yeah, and there's always the possibility of a Kevin Durant injury. I mean,
the Kevin Durantness.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, generally, I mean, if you're in the mid 50s, unless you're like a super special team, I generally want to bet under anyway. Meanwhile, I'm very interested in Oklahoma City for some reason, but probably because I'm a sucker and I'm.
Well, mid 50s is just an achievement, man.
It really is.
55 games. You have had a hell of a year.
Nikola Topic played 26 minutes in the game for OKC against the Grizzlies this weekend. Shot 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3.
Oh, no.
4 assists, but 7 turnovers. You have to work on that a little bit.
Turnovers.
So, yeah, it looks like they might have something in that kid.
No. That's all we need.
They didn't even they're not even using, what's the kid's name? Cason Wallace. He's not even in, like you're just
be there.
You're here now. You're on the team, the real team. So yeah, their team is a bunch of guys you've never heard of. AJ Mitchell, Madi Sissoko. Yeah, nobody of note other than Topic. That's a guy that everybody's gonna kind of be watching for them.
That's seriously. You add a dealing point guard to this team, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That is a little bit scary. It is a little scary. All right, let's hit a break. Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Coming up after this, it's the Morning Huddle on 94.1. I got to tell you guys about Carbach. Oh, me and my buddy Gary put down some hopadillos this weekend. I'm actually now on E when it comes to hopadillo. I'm going to have to make a refill here pretty soon. But it's a great summertime beer. You know, you're sitting out on the back porch. Great one to have there. And there's something for everybody. If you're not a hophead like I am, no big deal. They've got the Love Street, which is their best seller. That is the Kolsch Style Blonde. Very, very easy drinker. Smooth, light beer. They even have a Love Street Light if that's not light enough for you. They also have the ranch water. If you're not in the mood for beer, they've got ranch water. 4 different flavors. And Crawford Bock and Ziegenbach, which I think are both like any season beers. Not only are they going to be in all your grocery stores, not only going to be on all your liquor stores, but they're at the bars and restaurants too. You go out, you think, oh, they're not going to have Carbach here. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many places have Carbach either on tap or in cans. They made a big effort to get this beer pushed in San Antonio, and it is all over our city. So whenever you're out and about this week, go ahead and ask your bartender or your waitress, please make it a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your midday commute, we just cleared a couple of our trouble spots. That wreck at 90 eastbound approaching Military Drive is cleared, and the accident at 35 northbound Thousand Oaks cleared as well. Thousand Oaks, both directions, eastbound, westbound, Wurzbach Parkway to 35 frontage road. Those traffic lights that were malfunctioning are now working again. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Bobby Bones here with some easy trivia. What does the Staples Easy button say? That was easy. Boom. I mean, that was easy. You knew that, right? And now you know to press it for prints, shipping, and even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. I see you, Staples. That was easy.
South Texas summer is no joke. With temperatures in the triple digits, your roof takes a beating. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're local, family-owned, and ready to help. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from a team that knows South Texas weather. Whether it's commercial or residential, a small repair, or a whole new roof, get peace of mind with Stevens Roofing. Call 210-785-0994 today. Stevens Roofing has you covered.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC-branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on Experience Beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying forwarded. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Just let it run, Dre. just shut up and listen. It's back at this weed and this sweet. Oh, I can't do this one uncensored. I love this song though, man. One of the greatest albums of all time. Mm-hmm. The greatest, the Marshall Mathers LP. Marshall Mathers LP. Eric says it's Summer League. Greg Ostertag also looked better than Tim Duncan. Let's not induct Topich yet.
Oster slap.
No.
No, Topich is going to be a baller. 6 turnovers with a bunch of dudes you don't know. I don't care about that.
You're not worried about it?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I do think he's going to end up being good. But there's also a history of, it seems like Oklahoma City drafts good players.
Those guys seem to have an eye for that kind of thing.
They know what they're doing.
And keep in mind, this is their first-round draft pick from last year. He's been working against Shea all year long. He's been practicing. This is not your rookie. This is a dude that has, just like Chet walked in last year, spent a whole year practicing, putting on weight, watching film, doing all the right things, a year older, a year thicker, a year wiser. Look out. It's like a farm system they've got going. They draft dudes and put them on a farm for a year and get them, the injuries are kind of a benefit for them. They get them smarter. Look at what Chet did in that second year, which the progress was perfect. And I expect to see Topich do the same thing, man.
Yep. Hey, you know how you were saying earlier, we were talking about, thanks for the sword, the Indiana Jones scene. Yeah. Well, something similar happened in Lehigh County, Pennsylvania. Allentown, to be exact. An incident happened at 3:45 in the morning. 2 drivers were involved in a road rage incident, and officers responded to the scene where a 35-year-old man got out of his car with a baseball bat, and driver swung the bat at the driver of the Prius, striking the driver's side door. The driver of the Prius then pulled out a firearm and shot the man once, killing him.
Don't mess with him.
You got to be careful about these road rage. Like, if you show up at a road rage incident with a bat. Now, I will say this. I didn't see that coming.
I know.
So it was an Audi and a Prius. First of all, who drives around with a baseball bat? Like, that's asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, if I were in a road rage incident with a Prius, I probably would have underestimated him as well. I would have said, no way, he's got a gun. And sure enough, Prius guy had a gun.
He's a sleeper.
That's a sleeper right there, Bubba. That is a sleep. You never see it coming. He's like, if he drove a big jacked up F-250, everybody would know.
Oh yeah.
But he's like, watch this. Watch this. They'll never see it coming. But that is sort of the Indiana Jones sword scene. Wow.
A nice sword.
Yeah. Did you? I guess this has a little bit to do with sports. Did you? This Ben Shelton is basically he is being booed in Wimbledon because
he's our dude, though.
People don't seem to like her. She's working for Morgan Stanley.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about Ben Shelton's...
Yeah, Ben Shelton, the tennis player, his sister works for Morgan Stanley. And everybody started booing her immediately.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently they don't like Morgan Stanley over there in the UK. So she is formerly a tennis player as well. She played tennis at the University of Florida, and apparently I don't know what's going on in the UK where they hate Morgan Stanley, but as soon as they said that, like the fans turned on her and him.
I just Googled it. This story gets even better. You know who he's dating?
No.
Trinity Rodman of the women's national team.
Oh, really?
She was actually there to see him play.
Now, when you said the women, she's a soccer player, right?
She's our next great soccer player. Oh, okay. Trinity Rodman.
Is she actually going to be great?
Yeah, she is going to be our next great American soccer player.
Okay. You believe that?
That's what I've been told.
Okay.
I've never actually seen her play, but I assume that's I trust those that know. Jimmy told me.
Oh, well, if James
Diamond Jim told me.
Yeah, well, listen, famous James knows. A man's in custody. A 27-year-old Taj Taylor got into an argument with a man on an airplane on Allegiant Airlines. They were leaving St. Pete Airport, and they were headed to Roanoke in Virginia. And after an argument ensued with another passenger on the plane, he told that passenger that his laptop was a bomb. And
not the best way to get on a plane.
Well, it's tough once you're up in the air and you say that. You don't get treated real well. Law enforcement, they returned back. First of all, they had to go all the way back, which everybody's going to hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody if you got to turn on the plane because of you, everybody hates you.
More than halfway there.
Yeah. And of course, he tried the I was just kidding.
I'm sorry.
But
you don't kid about that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yesterday, I was spending the weekend in several airports. You're waiting. You're just looking around at all the passengers, like, which one of these is the idiot? Is there an idiot sitting around me? Is there somebody going to cause a problem?
Or the Karen, right?
You're just looking around for the Karens or the idiots or the kids. Like, all right, which one do I need to watch out for?
Yeah.
Is there an idiot sitting amongst us?
And typically, yeah.
There's not only one.
There at least one.
But I have an unblemished record. I have never been on a plane that had a tussle, fight, argument, delay. Never, not once.
Really?
I've never seen it. I've seen enough videos to think every time I'm about to get on a plane, it's going to happen. But I have been lucky there. Never once.
Like maybe 6 months ago when I was going to go to Vegas, we got delayed like 45 minutes because the guy right in front, I think I told you about this, the guy right in front of me was having a panic attack. He'd never flown before, and he was like, I got to get off this plane. He's talking to his mom. Mom, they're kicking me off the plane. And she's like, he's like, I'm calm. He's like sweating buckets. It was
it like an airplane? People are in the line just
Like,
beating him up.
I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Dude.
They just start beating him up. Like, stop it, no.
Yeah, I was like, get this guy off the plane. He's making me nervous. Just
get on a bus.
Don't let it take 45 minutes. Just get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. All right, let's do our last break of the day. But before we do, I want to give away a Mellow Mushroom gift card, a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom, 1604 in Stone Oak. It is a Mellow Mushroom Monday. Let's go with caller number 4. You're going to win you a ticket. All right, a ticket. You're going to win a gift card, a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom.
Yes,
enjoy it. What would Dr. Torres say about you eating Mellow Mushroom?
He would be perfectly fine with it
All
because
right.
he has taught me over the years that all things in moderation. You don't have to be an absolute monastic monk just eating lettuce and lawn clippings to lose the weight. There's ways to get there that you can live with. And that's why Dr. Torres has been so successful with people like me, because I wasn't going to give it up, but you learn things in moderation. His marching orders with us is when you work with Dr. Torres is, the functional health matters. And if you're feeling good, you're able to do some things. Before I went and saw Dr. Torres, I weighed nearly 300 pounds. I just spent the weekend in Colorado putting 15,000 steps every day, 20,000 steps up and down hills. I couldn't have done that. I'm older now, but I can now do those kind of things because Dr. Torres worked with me at the very beginning and got me on a program that I can live with for the rest of my life. And here I sit. At 75 pounds lighter, feeling better every day. I'm an ongoing process, but I feel better today than I did yesterday. Can you say that? If you're sick and tired, you don't like the way you look nor the way you feel, and it's time to lose weight, whether a doctor has told you or a loved one, there's no better first call than Dr. Jacob Torres because he understands how you got here. He'll put together a program that's medically based that you can live with and keep going. If it's time for you to lose weight, call him today. The number's 468-1891, 210, of course, in front of that. Go to his website, iffhealth.com. It is a great resource. If it's time to lose weight, whether you need to by doctor's orders or you're just tired of being tired, call Dr. Torres today. He will change your life. And when he does, come on by and thank me later.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Take a swing at picking baseball this season on Underdog. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Underdog is a leading place to make all your sports picks. Millions of fans have won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? It is easy and fun to do. I love playing the pick'em game on Underdog. All you have to do is download the Underdog app and choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats. You can choose from things like home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and so much more. And you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up now with promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, use my promo code STAR when you sign up at Underdog. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
George gets justice.
You've just been in an accident, and now you're asking yourself, what do I do now? You're dealing with pain, medical bills, and missing work. Dealing with the insurance company feels overwhelming. George Salinas Injury Lawyers, we're here for you. We'll listen and explain your options and fight to get you the justice you deserve. No upfront fees, no stress, just real help when you need it most. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today or visit us at getgeorge.com.
George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
At least he knows there's baby oil outside when he gets there.
You're going to have a freak off right there in the street?
Dude, he's been locked up. I would imagine he's been deprived of all the baby oil.
Diddy's obviously a very rich man. And he could probably get whatever he wanted. You grease one of those guards and no pun intended.
Oh, pun was definitely intended.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, I had one more story I wanted to get to you guys. We joked today about Vic going to the strip club with his $181.
Yeah. Making it rain.
Yeah. Strip clubs are dying out.
So I blame.
I would imagine.
I blame the millennials and Gen Zers. They don't.
I blame COVID.
They got free porn in their phones. They didn't have to.
There are now only in the entire United Kingdom.
Oh, in the UK, not here.
No, here too. But just this is just a shocking number to me. Think England, Scotland, and Wales. What would you guess how many strip clubs there are? Operational strip clubs.
You think in London there'd probably be at least 2 or 3. I'd say 15.
In the whole 2 or 3 in London's like.
I'd say about 200 or 300.
That's what I would have. Like London's bigger than L.A.
But I don't think they're into the stripping. They have they do it a little bit differently. They don't have strip clubs per se. They have like these adult what's it called, burlesque.
Okay,
it's a little bit different.
Oh, they're down to 103 strip clubs in England, Scotland, and Wales combined. It was 155 in 2022. A similar decrease is happening in the United States over the last 2 years, and apparently experts sort of agree on what's killing the strip club.
Like a cash? You have to put a Venmo tat on your ass?
I know. That QR code.
This QR code. Just tattoo it on your ass.
Here's my Cash App.
Scan.
Cash App. Here's my Cash App.
No, not Cash App.
Cash ass.
My Cash App.
My Cash App.
This is my cash ass.
Yeah, right.
You just have the little tat. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Most people seem to be blaming OnlyFans.
That's what I'm saying.
For
You
the
have access
demise.
to porn. It's just different now.
It says people are now tipping sex workers and strippers using their phones rather than slipping a bill into a thong. It's also a clear generational thing too. Strip clubs were seen as sleazy venues. Now they're seen as old and out of touch with today's lifestyles.
That's why I love them.
Apparently, they're also standalone sex shops are vanishing. As you can buy stuff online and have it shipped discreetly. Nobody goes to the sex shops anymore.
Too bad, too. There's a bunch of...
I haven't been to the Megaplex in, I don't know, 15 years.
What do you need to go there for?
For stuff.
Well, I mean, but you can get that stuff delivered to your house now, Vic.
Yeah, but there's other stuff you can do
but
there.
I do, but you have to, it's more of a hands-on. You want to see it.
A lot of jokes in everything you just said.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hands-on going in those little special rooms I enjoy for 5 minutes at a time.
I don't know. I like my little hole in the wall joint.
I like it's a little hole in the wall, if you know what I mean.
I like making it awkward for the person there. You know. What is this?
Hey,
do?
does this work?
Yeah. How many batteries is this, or is it USB?
Dude, when I worked in Austin,
waterproof.
The Megaplex sponsored my show, and they would bring over like a massive box of porn and sex toys every month.
The Blitz used to broadcast.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, before I got there.
Dude, it would blow your mind the kind of stuff that exists. Like they would bring things. I was like, I can't believe this exists.
How does this work?
Yeah. Who buys this?
I can't even figure out how to turn it on.
Fascinating to me.
It's kind of like the women in my life. I can't quite figure out how to turn it on.
Figure out how to turn them on.
You can't even turn
They
that
keep
on
telling me there's a button. I'm looking.
It's in English. It's in English. Look at it.
All right, let's do what we always do to wrap up the show and take a look at the Daily Line.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And they take catch-up there.
Catch-up. I wanted to take a look at some football today during the Daily Lines. How about some conference futures for college football?
All righty.
We were talking off the air, the Big 12. The favorite in the Big 12, and it seems to be a wide open Big 12. Like there are 6 teams between plus 550 and plus 850. That's your 6 favorites. Kansas State, your favorite at plus 550. Arizona State plus 550. So co-favorites,
But they got no Scataboo. They're
Scatterbo.
fresh out of Scataboo.
Arizona State wasn't supposed to be good last year. I expect Arizona State to drop off a mountain this year. Utah plus 600.
Always tough.
Texas Tech plus 650.
Where my money's going.
Baylor 7-1. TCU plus 850. The only teams that are predicted to be total ass: Arizona 60-1. West Virginia 70-1. Man, West Virginia, once a proud football program, what a disaster!
They're a redheaded stepchild. West Virginia, bless their heart.
And if you're wondering about Coach Prime, 25-1. 25-1. They are the 8th favorites.
Does he have any sons or adopted kids he can go recruit? Fresh out of kids, huh?
Who do you think is a favorite in the Big Ten?
The Big Ten favorite would be, in my mind, Ohio State very quick. No, wait a minute. Michigan reloaded pretty well. If I was a betting man, I'd go with Ohio State, Michigan, 1-2.
Ohio State plus 195 is your favorite. Second favorite,
Not Michigan?
Pennsylvania State.
Wow, go ahead.
Plus 260. Third favorite, the Oregon Ducks.
I had been reading Michigan's recruiting was great. But
plus 290. Well, they're out of Harbaugh guys now. You got to remember that. Michigan is your fourth favorite at plus 850, so a big jump.
Big. Nothing would make me happier than Oregon winning the Big Ten.
I would find joy in that as well.
Great joy.
The ACC, who do you think is your projected winner there?
Miami with another transfer, well-paid quarterback.
They are second at plus 380.
Number one would be
Clemson Tigers.
Oh well,
plus 115, a pretty solid favorite.
Solid.
SMU and Louisville plus 850. Georgia Tech 12-1. Duke 25-1. Your bottom feeders, Wake Forest 500-1.
Usual suspects.
Stanford 500-1. 500.
Stanford, how far have you fallen, man?
To 1. How about to win the American Athletic Conference?
Is there a road runner crossing the street?
They are tied for third.
Houston.
Remember, Houston's in the Big 12
That's
now.
right, they're gone. Not Houston.
Tulane is your favorite.
I was trying to Fritz. The name I couldn't get it out of my brain. Tulane was my pick.
Tulane's plus 280, Navy plus 380, and then a three-way tie plus 550. UTSA, Memphis, and Army, all plus 550. In the Sun Belt.
You're going to do me the schools. UAB?
Well, that's
the only one I can think of.
UAB is no.
No, they're terrible. But
James Madison is your favorite, plus 340.
Okay, that's the conference, yeah. Madison's always good.
Louisiana, formerly Louisiana Lafayette, 6-1. And a three-way tie as well for Texas State, Georgia Southern, South Alabama, and Texas State.
I
all plus 650.
They're gonna have to improve in the Pac-12 if you're not even in the top 5 in the.
And how about the SEC, Rob? The SEC chant where it just means more.
Usual suspects: Georgia, Texas, LSU would be my 1, 2, 3. And Bama probably peppered depending on where you like it. But my 3 are Georgia, Texas, LSU.
Texas plus 260 is your favorite. Georgia second favorite plus 360. Alabama plus 380. LSU 8-1. Then you jump to 14-1, which is where you can find Ole Miss and Texas A&M. 22-1, where you can find Florida and Tennessee. 28-1, you get South Carolina and Auburn.
Look out for South Carolina. That quarterback can play. That quarterback is good.
How about this? Oklahoma, 30-1.
And they're better. This is a team that's actually improved over last year.
Missouri, 50-1. Arkansas 150-1, Vanderbilt 200-1, Kentucky 250-1, and Mississippi State 500-1.
I would put some money on South Carolina. I like that. I think this guy might be a Heisman type. He's gonna get the ball and do something with every snap.
It's just such a tough road to hoe, man.
It is.
That is tough. Major League Baseball today, the Tampa Bay Rays are in Detroit taking on the Tigers. Shane Baz goes for the Rays. They're favored, minus 124 in Detroit. How about that? Tigers a home dog. Austin Gomber goes for the Rockies. They're in Boston taking on the Bo Sox. Richard Fitz going for the Red Sox. They're minus 230. Jansen Junk going for the Fish. Marlins are at Cincinnati. Brady Singer going for the Reds. They are minus 140. Jose Barrios goes for the Blue Jays. They're in Chicago taking on the White Sox. Sean Burke going for the Shy Sox. Blue Jays minus 170. Yoshinobu Yamamoto minus 140 in Milwaukee taking on Freddie Peralta and the Brewers. Brewers plus 115 on the comeback. I kind of like under 7.5 here. Dodgers not doing much hitting of late. Brewers' best pitcher is Peralta. Yamamoto, obviously very good as well. Give me under 7.5 in that one. Pirates are at Kansas City. Andrew Haney going for the Pirates. Noah Cameron for the Royals. Royals minus 150. Guardians send Tanner Bybee to Houston to take on Colton Gordon and the Astros minus 140. Here's another good pitching matchup.
Yeah.
Jacob deGrom, minus 140 for the Rangers. They're in Anaheim taking on the Angels. You say Kikuchi. I say Kakachi.
You think he's got 18 pitching outs?
Kakachi?
No, deGrom. I think so, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I like the under that one as well, and I think I like the Rangers too. I like the Rangers to get the job done against the Angels. Zach Gallen and the Diamondbacks take on Yu Darvish and the Padres. Zach Gallen apparently sucks this year.
I'm not even finding on my DFS, so he's not even on the board.
He's garbage now.
Oh, I got him at 4.5 strikeouts.
I wouldn't count on it.
I think that
Padres can hit a little bit, and he might not make it. Padres minus 125, and Phillies are taking on the Giants. They are minus 140. Christopher Sanchez in San Francisco taking on Loudon Roop, made-up person. In lady basketball, I know that's what we're all waiting for. Big matchup tonight. Huge matchup. Huge. It's the biggest. It's the best. The Valkyries, Golden State, California Valkyries, they're taking on a dream team, the Atlanta Dream.
Good grief.
And in my dream, Atlanta's -7. Also, the Dallas Wings taking on the Mercury. Mercury, 6-point favorites over the Wings. Big matchups. Got a big one tomorrow, though. Aces and Liberty.
That is a big one. Actually, that's worth a
Liberty.
watch, actually.
Might be worth a watch. And your latest odds in Wimbledon, as we see right now, Djokovic is in the third set. What are they, one set apiece up there, Vic? Is that what it looks like to you? Djokovic is still, for the ladies, your favorite is Sabalenka. She's minus 160 now.
Prohibitive, man.
Everybody's falling off there.
There's nobody left to fight.
And Carlos Alcaraz, your favorite, plus 120. Yannick Sinner, plus 125. Djokovic at 6-1. Your two Americans are next. 22-1 Taylor Fritz. 35-1 Ben Shelton. And there you go. There is your look at the daily lines. Did you see that soccer match yesterday? Was USA supposed to lose?
I didn't. Are we talking men's or women's?
Men's. Mexico beat USA, as I saw.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we suck, man. We suck again.
Well, I mean, if we can just beat Trinidad and Tobago.
We can beat both Trinidad and Tobago at the same time?
No, when they combine.
Mexico, they're not sending their best.
Oh, I think they sent their best.
There's good and bad people on both sides. Most of them just play for Mexico. All the good people play for Mexico. The bad people, they play for U.S.
And I don't expect the United States to be great at everything. I'm not that ugly American.
I kind of do.
I cannot for the life of me understand why we're not better.
It's
crazy. Over the years, people have tried to explain to me why and this reason and that reason and style and, athletes are going other places. No, we got enough. We should be better.
Dude, there's a reason why there's as many kids who make the majors from the Dominican playing with a broomstick and a golf ball as make it through Major League, make it through American baseball with, getting all their launch angles tracked and stuff like that. So, at some point, you got to get down there and get dirty.
Just know how to do it.
We're not dirty, man. We need to start playing soccer with a rock or a animal skull. That's how we get better. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Blitz coming up at 2.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite